E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles.
Welcome in, everybody, to the JAKIB Postgame Show. The Philadelphia Eagles win the game in Buffalo, 13-12, with a whopping 0 passing yards in the second half. 5 drives for the Eagles offense in the second half. 4 3-and-outs, and their first drive had 5 plays for 17 total yards in the second half. And the Eagles still walk away with a win. They move to 11-5 on the years. The Bills fall to 11-5, and the Eagles are one step closer to playoff football. 13-12, your final today. Big Sills, I'm coming to you quick here, my friend. This team knows how to give us a little bit of everything in the game. What'd you make of the win today for the Eagles over the Bills?
I have 0 to say about the offense of that football team because it's, quite frankly, pathetic. But on the other side, what a sensational goal line defensive stand. They were insane great in the red zone. Vic Fangio harassed the entire day Josh Allen. It was a masterpiece on that side of the football, the entire 4 quarters of football. Your punter, Brandon Mann, he was spectacular. I mean, how many times did he pin him down there inside the 20-yard line? He was just so sensational. You know, they did barely enough in the first half. It was really just a tremendous defensive effort. That was the defensive effort of the year, in my opinion, on the road in Buffalo. Just absolutely sensational. On the other side, I mean, quite frankly, I don't know what really else to say, but it's an atrocity that you have that kind of offense and that style of defense and how good they were on that side of the football. By the way, Cooper DeJean, I thought was sensational. I thought Zach Bond was great. I thought the way Vic called the game, he brought blitzes when he needed to. Just really some great football on the defensive side of the game. I would go here. A+ defense, D- offense for that football performance. There was nothing redeeming about that offensive performance. He was awful. And by the way, I thought Jalen played pretty decent in the first half.
I thought he played good in the first half.
Yeah, I didn't think he played that poorly in the first half. I thought he was pretty decent in the first half.
I mean, he had a couple big third down throws in the first half. He extended some some drives in that first half. I agree with you. I mean, on the halftime show, I said Jalen was having a good first half. Yeah. Obviously, the second half, the offense was not good. But let's stick on that defense for a little bit, man. This defense they deserve better, but that's beside the point when it comes to their offense. But how good they are makes this team extremely scary for the playoffs, because when you can have 0 passing yards in the second half, Sills, against a player and a team as good as the Bills and Josh Allen are, and still win the football game with 5 straight 3-and-out, 5 straight punts, 4 straight 3-and-outs to finish the game. I mean, that defense is really championship caliber. I think the no-holds defense might be back for the playoffs, Sills.
I'll tell you what, too, man. Let's not forget something. They ran 73 plays. There were 73 offensive plays in that game. And the Buffalo Bills defense held the Eagles to 54 plays in that football game. Hey, man, Bills had 120 yards rushing. Look at these numbers here and what the Bills defense did. The Bills held the Eagles passing attack to 108 yards passing, and rushing it was 82. I mean, there were phenomenal plays all over the place. It was, again, the weather may have dictated this, but the Eagles just were sensational, man. I really have to give it to them on how well they played. I mean, both sides of the football, too. I mean, if you're the Buffalo Bills, I think you come away from that football game going like this. Hey, we held the Eagles to 11 first downs in the ball game, 54 plays, and 190 yards in total offense. 190 yards in total offense, and they lost. That's truly a testament to what the defense did in this ball game.
No doubt about it. That Eagles defense is playing damn good football right now. An amazing performance by them today. The difference in the game was the Josh Allen fumble in the first half. And that was kind of a fluky fumble. I mean, I don't know if you want to call that a fumble. Some people saying online it wasn't a fumble. It looked like a fumble to me. It looked like he tried to pump fake and he basically let the ball go. But that was the difference in the game ultimately. And the missed extra point by Buffalo on their previous touchdown is the reason that they were behind when they scored their touchdown at the end there. They go for the 2-point conversion and they miss. Man, Josh Allen missed that throw, man. That guy was open. Yep. Shakir was open in the back of the end zone on the 2-point conversion. He missed the throw, Sills.
Yeah, I mean, listen, too. Hey, how about this? Let's not dismiss this play. So am I right now? You've got the big fellow, Jordan Davis, making the play in the Rams game. Now you got Jalen Carter making that block of that PAT.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't get that PAT block, they go for the extra point. They don't go for the win there, and they try to win it in overtime. So, again, I listen, special teams was a huge factor today for the Philadelphia Eagles. Plus,
remember, it wouldn't have been overtime.
Plus, Josh Elliott making the field goal in the rain too. I thought was also a major point. Michael Clay had a good day here.
He did, but real quick, just to correct you, it actually wouldn't have went to overtime because they would have just been able to settle for a point after if they got the original point after. Then they would have had 14 on the board.
Oh, that's right. You're right. They would have won the ball game.
Yeah. They would have won the ball game if they hit that first point after. So that Carter block really maybe arguably won this team the game. And then obviously they got the stop on the 2-point conversion at the end of the game and then recovered the onside kick with 3 seconds to play. Dallas Goedert did that. So what do you think happened to the offense in the second half? Was it Kevin Patullo? Did Jalen Hurts stop playing well? Why do we have these moments with this team, Sills, where they look good and you feel better about the confidence coming back, about Hurts coming back, about the accuracy returning? And then they have these droughts, these dry spells. They can't do anything. Sills, before you answer, let me read to you the stats from the second half in the offense. The first drive in the second half, all right, 5 plays, 13 yards, punt. Next drive, 3 plays, 0 yards, punt. Next drive, 3 plays, 2 yards, punt. Next drive, 3 plays, 4 yards, punt. Next drive and final drive, 3 plays, -2 yards, punt. 5 straight punts in the second half.
What they ended up doing was, philosophically, they just went like this. Our defense is playing so well, they're going to go conservative. And that's exactly what they did. They went completely conservative. And I think they really tried to get that run game going. I think you saw Saquon get a little bit banged up. But, dude, it came down to really play calling, in my opinion. It came down to conservative play calling. John always talks about, teams not being conservative. Bro, that was just, you saw your defense was doing such a great job to the Buffalo Bills offense, decided to shut down the offense. They couldn't get anything going. Now, do me a favor, too. Let's give the Bills defense a lot of credit, too, because they shut down those guys in the second half. I thought they were moving the ball. I thought AJ was really getting going in the first half there. I thought even Barkley was getting going a little bit in the first half. You saw some open plays. But after that, Z, that baby was over with, man. They shut that team down. And I'll tell you what, give it to the Bills, man. I'll tell you, man, they showed up and they really stuffed that second half on the Eagles. But this was all about the defense and the storyline, the headline. If you were going to write a headline, the suffocating Eagle defense wins a close one in Buffalo.
It's amazing how good that defense is. They really are that good. I mean, they are as advertised. And every time
their numbers, I tweeted out, Zander. I tweeted this out. Their numbers are not going to dictate it, but that's sensational.
So anytime they seem to get the accolade too, they perform even better the next time out. I mean, it's almost like they keep exceeding the expectations as high as the expectations get. They hold Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to 12 points today. It's amazing the Eagles won a game with 13 points, but they moved to 11-5 on the year. Sills, is this game good enough for the Eagles to gain confidence going into the postseason? You beat Buffalo on the road late in December, an 11-4 team. I know at times it can look better.
Do you think Buffalo's better than the Rams?
No, I don't. No. But
do you think you could score 12 points against the Rams and beat them?
That's where I struggle, because this is where I agree with John that games don't have these transitive. Every game's going to have a different personality. Every matchup is going to look different. If in a vacuum, no, you're not beating the Rams with 13
Are
points.
you winning against the Rams with that offense?
First half offense, yes. Second half offense,
No. I'm talking a 60-minute football game.
Well, if you're going to make me pull the full 60 from today, then I'll say no.
Well, here, you play 60 minutes to win championships. You don't play half a game. Okay? And I'm not picking on you, Zander.
I get what you're saying. I understand.
You've got to play 60 minutes. Now, again, take everything into context, too. Dude, it was a driving rain. Now, I'm not making excuses for anybody here. That was going to be a special teams defensive football game. Okay? That was just going to be that. And I thought McDermott called a better game in the second half. So, again, I mean, hey, listen, that's one of those games. Don't you just do this, Zander? Got the win. I don't care if it's 3-2. Get the hell out of here.
Kind of. I mean, that's kind of how I feel, but you know.
A playoff team, a playoff quarterback, an MVP. I mean, dude.
But Stills, this is the problem, because I agree with you, and that's what most people listening are probably feeling, and that's what you should be feeling, all right? Don't let my miserable ass bring you down, okay? But this is the problem with it for me. If you had 50 yards in the second half, if you had 60 yards okay, I'll buy that. You go 5 straight punts with 17 total yards of offense and 0 passing yards in an entire half of football. Why do we live in these extremes where we're either great or we suck? It's hard to get a gauge on this team, which maybe in a way is a beautiful thing. I mean, nobody really knows what they're expecting.
That was the worst performance for the Philadelphia Eagles in a half of football all year. Do you not agree?
Worst half this year? Well, they've had a couple bad halves, but
that's 17 points. The 0 for 8 against the Bucs in the second half passing. Was Hurts 0 for 7 in the second half of this one too?
I don't think he completed a pass.
He didn't complete a pass in the second half.
He completed a pass. He finished the game 13-27, 110 yards and a touchdown with 1 sack, no picks. So he was under 50% completions. Saquon Barkley in the game was 19 carries for 68 yards. By the way, completely felt like they abandoned the run in the second half.
Completely, man.
This is where, you know, in the first half, I had my one gripe from the first half was you're in Buffalo in December. It's torrential downpour, and you start the game with 3 straight passes. Like, sometimes I feel like Patullo really struggles with the situational play calling of feeling the moment. You come into the second half. The Bills go 3 and out to start the second half, which was really a big momentum. And you come out and throw the ball again, and you punt it right back to them.
Bro, they
won the ball.
They were just so conservative in that second half.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
how about that one where it was 3rd and 9 and they ran the ball? I mean, I even tweeted that out. I go, 3rd and 9, you run the ball? I mean, I get it. They just clammed up, dude. They listen, they really looked like they said this. We punched Buffalo in the face. We're not sure they can come back. Our defense is playing lights out. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to hang on to those 13 points. And boy, did they hang on like a life preserver off the Titanic. They held on to those 13 points because guess what, dude? They never threatened the end zone ever again after that. I can't tell you how many times they were across the 50-yard line in the second half.
No, they weren't at all. They had one drive that wasn't a 3 and out. One drive that wasn't a 3 and out. They had 5 plays in that drive. Yeah, they had 4 straight 3 and outs to end the game. So I don't know really what they're trying to do. I didn't understand what their philosophy was in the second half of the football game. But they get out of there with the win, Sills. They move to 11-5. Now let's see what they end up doing next week, because I don't know. Do you lay off? Do you rest your starters? Do you try and play if the Bears?
I think you play a half.
Well, it depends what the Bears do tonight, right? If the Bears,
but I also want to get my guys. I don't. What I don't want to do is I don't want to give you. I want to get okay about this. If you're the offensive coaches, do you feel you want to take another weekend off?
Probably not. But what does the week on do for you?
Well, you guys told me momentum. You guys told me get a little continuity going.
So you think?
So you feel comfortable. If you're a coach, Zander, you feel comfortable starting Tanner McKee and starting everybody if you have to play the Rams in the opening game in the wild card.
Well, I don't think you're going to play the Rams. Let's see, though. Right now it is the Rams, but I don't think you're going to end up playing the Rams.
Okay.
Let's just say you play Seattle. I don't think that'd be a great matchup. But at the same time, this defense, I mean, dude, I legitimately believe that this team can beat anybody.
I do not believe that defense can play 4 football games like that without that offense helping you out.
Why though? They've done it all year, dude.
Okay. We're talking the postseason here now.
I know, but they've done it, man. They've proven that.
If you believe that you can get away 4 games scoring less than 15 or 12 points or hanging out around there, that you're going to win a playoff game like that, so be it. I don't think you can win 4 games with that offense looking like that.
You know, I understand why you say that, but I have a lot of
because I've never seen it happen before.
I don't recall in my lifetime a defense like this in Philadelphia. I really don't. I mean, I know people talk about gangrene. That was before I was born. This defense is unbelievable, dude. I mean, they had Josh Allen in hell. Totally. I mean, they didn't know what to do. I mean, they got going finally when push came to shove in the end of the fourth quarter. But the Eagles defense playing great football right now. Obviously, the offense. A lot left to be desired.
0 for 7 in the second half is not going to win a playoff game.
So you don't feel like that defense can win you any football game?
I didn't say that. I don't think that team can. Remember, it's a team game, dude. I mean, listen, you really come out of that game thinking that that's going to be a Super Bowl team with that kind of offensive effort?
No, I don't. But I look around the league and I don't really feel like any team has that type of pedigree right now.
You're not going to put that kind of effort up every single game in the playoffs. You're just not. Have you ever seen that before? I've never in my life. And what you're suggesting to me is you think this defense is better than last year's defense. I'm not saying you're suggesting that. I shouldn't say that. Okay?
I'm not suggesting it was better than last year's defense, but I'm suggesting that you can win any game when your defense is playing like this. I mean, they gave up 12 points.
You can win any game, but can you win 4 of them? When your offense scores 17 yards or gets 17 yards in the second half, you think you can win 4 playoff games with 7? Not Xander, and I'm talking out loud here in general here, not at you.
No,
17 total yards. You think you can win 4 games like that?
I mean, I don't think you feel great about it, but I think this defense has done crazier things. I mean, you know, I don't think it's a great strategy, but defense is playing damn good football. Offense stinks.
I would say that that's the best defensive performance I've seen since the Super Bowl.
My whole thing that I can't grasp is how you have a first half on offense like they did, which wasn't perfect, but it was good. And then you had the second half. I mean, this is not the first time they've done that this year.
John McMullen, who's going to join us here in a second here, will tell you flat out. He gets on me when I talk about guys going for the percentages and playing conservative. Holy criminy, man. They ripped out, if there were 100 pages in your playbook, they ripped out 95 of them and said, let me hang here on these 5. And you know what we're going to do? That 3rd and 8 they had when they ran the ball, I'm like, these people are going to hang on that 13 points, and they don't want to do anything because you know what? They put the game in the hands of the Bills, and the Bills to the very end couldn't get that thing done and get it across the finish line to get the win.
They're calling me a glazed donut in the chat. Look what you've done to the chat.
No,
so
listen.
We beat the Bills in Buffalo late in December. I know it was
going to tell you.
The win, though.
The punter, man, was spectacular.
He was great.
Hey, Carter making that block was like Davis making that field goal block. The special teams punt team was just dynamite today. The defense was great. The offense was a garbage can.
All right, we got a lot of super chats. We're going to get to all of them. I just want to get to our $50 super chat. Right, thank you, bro. That's a big super chat. We appreciate you checking in. And we're going to get to John McMullen in about a minute here. Ryan says, can we please get this lame duck waste of space? Oh, come on. Noodle arm bum quarterback off the team. No completions in the second half. I feel bad for Patullo. He has to teach this guy how to throw a spiral. Thank God the defense carries his water when fire hurts.
I'm not there.
I'm nowhere near there.
That's not where I'm at.
No. My problem right now is the inconsistency. My
problem is the conservatism that they had in the game in the second half. But, hey, again, you know, John talks about that's an aggressive team. So when John talks about it all the time, saying that Nick Sirianni's aggressive, would you say that was aggressive?
No, obviously not. Let's bring John in. Let's get J-Mac in. John McMullen joining us right here on the JAKIB Postgame Show. He joins us right now. Johnny Mac, the Eagles win the game today.
Yeah, I got to defend myself.
No, I'm not attacking you, John.
You're not even on stream.
John, I'm not attacking you. I'm agreeing with you.
When I talk about Nick Sirianni being aggressive, I'm talking about fourth down situations. I'm talking about not giving up on possessions. For a team, they're very ball security conscious. I talk about it all the time to a fault, to a point that, and by the way, on Hard Knocks, they showed you a little clip. And he had the thing up there, 42 and 41 and 2, whatever, when they win the turnover ratio. They're very conservative when it comes to taking chances in the action. But when it's fourth down and they're on the plus side of the field, they understand you're behind the curve when you're not aggressive. So that's when I talk about when they're very aggressive. It's talking about keeping possessions. And they've been that way really since Doug Peterson. That's an organizational philosophy. But, yeah, they're very conservative when it comes to their offensive play because they know they're limited in the passing game. So they're conservative from that aspect. So I just want to clear that up contextually. No, Zander had one of his buddies saying Zander was right. I'm like, come on, dude. Did you see that guy on Twitter, Zander? Zander was right. Everybody likes to prove I'm wrong, which, by the way, you can email me. I'm wrong all the time. I'll tell you exactly what I'm wrong about. That means
you're doing your job right, John.
Yeah.
So it's all
what Zander said, and he's correct, he deserves a ton of credit, is Moro Ajomo, was going to be able to replace Milton Williams. And I kind of chuckled at him a few times. I still think Milton's a better player, but Moro's done a very, very good job. Very, very good job. But the critic was like, Zander said, Jalix Hunt was going to replace Milton Williams. I go, dude, if you don't know the difference between an edge defender and a 3 technique, it's not the dunk that you think it is. But to give credit to Zander.
All right, John, wait, off that. 13-12, they win the game today. What's your initial reaction to the Eagles win over the Bills?
My initial reaction is, boy, football's a crazy game, man. I thought they played the best half of football they played in the first half. And, I was all ready. When it was 4th and 10, I was all ready to eviscerate Joe Brady. How many pelts of these young offensive guys does Vic Fangio have on his wall? He's probably got a cabin with all their heads on the wall. And then he pulls out this hook and ladder to save the game for them. And I'm like, damn it, I can't criticize him now. That was a nice little play. And they went on to obviously 13-12. They went for the 2-point conversion, which, by the way, aggressive, I agree with. And I'm sure Joe Brady, I'm sure Sean McDermott will be getting some crap in Buffalo. Oh, I already saw it. You got to take the extra point. Guy was wide freaking open. He got the best player in the world.
I'm going for it.
I'm going for it too.
Didn't execute. That to me, I'm like, all right, let's use that as a thesis. Is that a good play call or a bad play call for all the geniuses out there?
That was a great
play call. He was wide open.
Wide open. Wide open.
You put the hand in the best player in the world, the reigning MVP, and he missed it.
Yep.
And he could see in the space as soon as he missed it. Lack of execution. So that's number one. But yeah, offensively, look, that was a microcosm of them this season. And the fact that when they get negative plays early in these drives, they just they can't make up for it.
They clam up.
They cannot make up for it. And once Jalen Hurts, too often, when he blushes, he's given up on things. Now, in the first half, you saw the exact opposite. You saw him making plays while blushing from the pocket, waiting, identifying the open receivers. In the second half, it was all, I'm going to throw this thing away. And so, until you see the all 22, it's tough to see on the TV copy. Until you see the all 22, you don't know if there were plays to be made. But my hunch is, and that's what I say all the time, it's such a give and take. They win when they don't turn the football over. but they're so conservative when they don't take the football over. What is that balancing line? Sometimes it's good first half, sometimes it's bad second half, and the second half was really bad today, especially when Saquon. What's that?
How about the defense? I mean, that's obviously
the defense was tremendous, even with the Joe Brady kind of saving himself with some things late. I mean, Vic had those guys in a blender the entire game. Brandon Cooks had a very good game. That is a veteran receiver that, has bounced around, but everywhere he goes, he plays effectively. Now, evidently, he's had a struggle his first couple weeks in Buffalo, but he settled down today. That dude can make some plays, and that's about all they had in the passing game. And once they went to him, they got some big plays. Josh made some plays, but clearly, even if you go to the last play, why did he miss it?
Because
he went through 60 minutes of hell.
That's right.
With that pass rush.
That's right.
60 minutes of hell. So when you say he's wide open and the best player in the world is there, which I just said, there's a reason he missed that throw.
John, it's being in a fight when you're taking a right hand. You're taking a right hand. Eventually you duck. Well, guess what? Late in the fight, you're going to start ducking more. And that's what he did. He ducked and he missed the throw. That's exactly, and it is because of the pressure that they put on him. I mean, they put 60 minutes of pressure. That's as good a performance defensively on the road all year for 60 minutes. You kept that guy in a box, as John said, in a blender, and the pressure really came, and you felt it. If you were Josh Allen, you were constantly had 4 sacks in the ball game. You had pressure up the middle. I thought the guys in the middle played well. Even though they got 120 yards, he still kept Cooks under 3.7, yards per carry, under 4 yards a carry. So, I mean, they really did a great job. That's as good a performance I've seen all year next to what they did in the Super Bowl. That's a tremendous performance. And by the way, that lightning bolt known as Jalen Hurts, holy crap. Is he getting
especially early in the game. He was dominant early in the game. And Jalen Carter, man, not only the sack, but which was good to see the old sort of athleticism and quickness and power from Jalen Carter up the middle early in the game. But the block extra point, man, think about how that changes the game. You instead of 13-7, it's 13-6. If it's 7 and you score again, you kick the extra point, we go home and we're talking about, oh, what a terrible loss for the Philadelphia Eagles. But man, I mean, there's something to, and we saw it with Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter early in the season with the Rams game. I mean, these guys are great field goal block, as great as you can be in the modern game. They've taken away the ability to do so many things, but these guys get interior penetration. They get their hands up. They're athletic, and he blocked another one.
Without leverage, John. Without leverage. Usually you get called for the leverage play doing that.
Yeah.
And they have made great, game-changing plays. Like you said, John, Rams and the Bill game was won by special team plays by star defensive football players. I would not be shocked if Jalen Carter ends up winning both the Defensive Player of the Week award in the NFC and also the special teams with that play. That game, as John said, that changed how they were going to approach it with McDermott and with Brady at the end of the ball game, man. I mean, clearly the defensive guys and Cooper DeJean in space.
What a tackler.
John, I can't can you reference somebody?
Antoine Winfield Sr. Antoine Winfield Sr. is the only one I can come up with. Best tackling cornerback I've ever seen. And Cooper's very close, and he's only been playing for 2 years.
Man, is he good out there? Baun.
I was at Baun.
He's first team All-Pro. I don't care what anyone says. That guy, man, is all over the field. I mean, he's sideline to sideline.
Did you see them try to run that wheel route to James Cook?
Oh.
James Cook. He's in his hip pocket.
Right down the sideline.
25 yards down the field, he's in his hip pocket.
Yep.
John, what'd you learn about the Eagles today? I mean, do you feel like this defense is good enough to take this team the distance? I know you've said that this team has a good chance based on the layout of the NFC. I don't know what to make of the game today. What did you learn about the Eagles today, if anything?
Well, I do think the defense is good enough. The offense, obviously, there was a lot of positive coming into this game, and I thought it was all going to be positive after the first half, and then they fell back into their depths of what have been the issues all season. Cam Jurgens getting beat on blocks occasionally. It's those negative plays. It really is. And I get it. Some teams are able to overcome them, and the Eagles have been able to overcome them, but that's not where you want to be. 2nd and 13, 3rd and 12, things like that. Anytime they get a negative play, this offense, sort of ships down to neutral.
Yeah.
And they have to find a better balance. But this is week, 17. Are you going to find that better balance? I don't think so.
Is there any chance that they did that because there wasn't a lot to gain or lose from the outcome of today's game?
They were playing to win that game.
No, they were. Yeah, they were.
I agree. I just, want to ask.
There was none of that thinking down the
line. They were playing to win.
They wanted.
I mean, and they came out 3 and out. We were doing a halftime show, and I said, "Well, you want a 3 and out? Don't give Buffalo any hope." And they got the 3 and out. And the first 2 plays are Saquon Barkley runs 5 yards, 10 yards. And that was it for the second half, basically. That was it. That was literally it. The first 2 plays. They ended up with 16 yards in the second half.
That's right. 16 total yards in the second half.
They got 15 on the first 2 plays.
John, to me, and again, I don't profess to be the expert. To me, it feels like Kevin Patullo struggles with having a feel for the adjustments of a game as it goes along. How do you analyze what Kevin Patullo did today?
It's the same thing what I said with Joe Brady. Is that a bad, when players fail, is that bad on Joe Brady? No, it's not. I'd like to rip him. But guess what? Shakir was open by 3-4 yards. When Cam Jurgens, so when those 15 yards to start the half, you go, all right, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can argue, I'm going to ride the hot hand. So you can argue the mistake was on that first down. They tried a short sort of RPO throw, I think, to Goddard. And then they go right back to Saquon on 2nd and 10, and they lose 2 yards. Drive's over.
Hey, John, and Zander, always remember, Zander, the hitting coach gets fired. Okay? When the player's not hitting, the hitting coach gets fired.
I know, but
that's what you have here.
We do agree on the premise that offensive coordinators do have some sort of impact. Yes, players are first, but
unless the coach.
I mean, John, sometimes, and I don't want to speak for you, but sometimes it feels like you don't think that it can ever really be an offensive coordinator. It's about the execution, which is about the execution. But at what point do you look and say, and hey, maybe we're not there, and that's fine if that's your guys' opinion.
Let me give you a sideline, Jimmy Johnson, okay? No matter what the coordinators are calling, Jimmy's going to go like this. We're going to run the ball here. All of a sudden, that changes philosophy of that offensive coordinator on what he wants to do. That's Nick in that coordinator's ear going, we're going here. When you stop throwing plays out like you did in the first half, that's the head coach coming in. Let them make mistakes. We're going to run the ball and we're going to be conservative. Let's see if they can outscore that defense. That's how I felt that game went. Because when I saw the 3rd and 8 and they ran the ball, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? They were not trying to press 3rd down at all. They were losing 1st and 2nd down in the second half. Give McDermott credit, too. Hey, man, that Buffalo Bills defense shut them down in the second half. Think about this, as I said when we opened it, John. The Bills had 73 plays. They held the Eagles to 54 football plays. I mean, they played like a game and a half. and they still couldn't beat the Eagles based off that defense. I mean, the defensive guys getting their checks, they look people in the eye when they get their direct deposit Tuesday. The offensive guys, they're going to be looking down with their hand out going like this, like they robbed the bank.
Well, and that's been a lot. There was some hope that they were over it, but obviously they were not. But I can tell you at halftime, I was setting up to write that, look, AJ went over 1,000 yards. DeVonta's going to go over 1,000 yards.
If they play next week.
If they play. And by the way, he had that big play that got called back, that he called it, that they ruled they overturned, which was, they've been doing that all year, though, so you can't complain. I mean, you remember the Hawkinson play. That's the exact same play. It's a catch, but they overturn it. DeVonta called it, but they overturned it. That's how they've been calling it. Bad break. He's going to go over. Dallas Goedert just set the franchise record for tight ends by franchise record for touchdowns by a tight end. Jalen Hurts already has a career high in touchdown receptions. Saquon's over 1,100 yards.
Remember something here, too, this coming week. For him going over 1,000 yards, usually written into your contract, that's a $750,000 bonus that the team probably wants him to get, and his agent and him want to get. So just remember that. I mean,
yeah, I don't know about DeVonta, and they don't have a lot of incentives.
You really? Wow, that'd be the first. Most could be getting. You're paid on sacks. You're paid on your defense.
Well, a lot of 1 year, a lot of make good, a lot of incentive-based contracts. So,
John, you don't think these Eagle wide receivers have any incentives based on going over $1,000?
Not big stars. They're very less. They're maybe Pro Bowl, maybe All Pro, maybe, but they make so much money. There's not a need. There's not a need for incentives. I'm talking about the high-level, big-time players. Those 1-2 year deals are chock full of incentives around the league. And you'll hear the guys talk about them. But the big star players, again, sometimes you throw in Pro Bowl, All Pro stuff. But it's not a big deal. They already make so much money.
All right. So where does the problem lie on offense in the second half today? If it's, you want to blame the offensive line, you want to blame Saquon, Jalen, Patullo. List it out.
Philosophical thinking. They just shut it down. That's a head coaching deal. That's not a Patullo deal.
Yeah, I don't know if they shut it down. I mean, they're trying.
17 yards, man. That's being shut down.
Well, no, they were shut down. They were shut down. I don't think they shut it down. I think they were trying to move the football. But they're ineffective. What they can't do that this year, what they could do last year, is run the ball when people know they want to run the ball. They can't do it. They cannot do it. And they're trying to close games like they closed games last year, and they can't do it. And then if you put Jalen Hurts in 3rd and long, and I think everybody's like looking at the first half. You had 3 3rd and longs basically in the first half. And I think the mindset is, well, if you can do it in the first half, why can't you do it the whole game? Like, Dan, sometimes you have a 19-play drive where everything's clicking for whatever reason. And you overcome holding calls and you overcome all this stuff and you score. And then people say, why can't you do that again? The point is, if you're consistently in 3rd and long, you're not going to convert.
No.
A high percentage. They did in the first half. They did. They converted a high percentage. To expect that to continue is not going to happen usually. And as you say, Sean McDermott's making adjustments, Buffalo's making adjustments, and they did a better job in the second half defensively. But I mean, this team gets in 3rd and longs. They're not very good offensively.
Hey, John, do you think Buffalo outplayed the Eagles today?
Well, no, in the first half, yes, in the second half. So, I mean, and really in the fourth quarter, I would say. Because they didn't. Buffalo was dead in the water through 3 quarters. And then they started to get some things done in the 4th quarter.
How about this, John? Here's the running attack versus the 30th ranked rushing defense. If you take that 16-yard run away from Barkley, he had 50 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And they had under 90 yards rushing. What do you take away from that they couldn't get the ball running going versus one of the worst run defenses in football?
Well, I mean, that the whole point of their, in 64, it was 16 for 64 in the first half. Everything looks good. Not great, but good. He's at 4.6 yards per carry in the first half. 11 for 51. Ends up 19 for 68. So that's what? 8 for 17 yards in the second half. 8 for 17 from Saquon Barkley. I mean, sure, you give credit to the defense, but again, there were a couple blocks there where you saw guys just completely whiffing.
Cam Jurgens is terrible.
Pro Bowl.
Hey, John, he's been getting killed all year. I mean, all year. That's as you know, John, that's a reputation pick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? He is getting annihilated in there. And Buffalo's not that good in the middle.
No, they're not.
I mean,
did the Eagles gain confidence from winning against Buffalo?
Oh, yeah.
Late in
dude, if I went up to Buffalo and won that way and I come out of it going like this, I played a C- ball game and I won the freaking game.
The defense, yeah. What do you think that offense is showing on the plane right now?
Not very good.
Yeah, the second half was abysmal offensively. It was abysmal.
They didn't come out of the locker room.
You can blame Kevin if you want to. You can blame, I would blame Nick before I blame Kevin.
Me
but
too.
You can blame the coaches. But hey, I come on here every week and I say the same thing. It's players first. Players first. When it's good, it's players first. I give the players credit. When it's bad, it's the players.
Players first, but it's not players only.
No,
it's not players only. But
but it's players versus plays always.
Yeah. Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. There's a million cliches in football.
I agree with that. I just wonder at what point does it get to a point where you do criticize play calling? Does it ever come? I mean, at what point to reach that? In what circumstance would we reach that?
Again, I was ready to rip Joe Brady a new one. And he's a great young play caller.
He might get the Giant head coaching job.
Might get ahead. He's already gotten. He got head coaching interviews when he was 29 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
that
was Burrow's guy at LSU. I mean, he's done a great job with Allen.
Did he look like a good play caller against the Philadelphia Eagles defense when they were just
he didn't.
Destroying the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills in the first half of the game?
He's the only.
This is not unique to Philadelphia.
John, he's only the second quarterback this year to throw for over 250 yards against the Eagles secondary. The other guy was Prescott in Dallas 1. I mean Dallas 2 when they came from behind from 21 points. I think Baker may have been up there too a little bit, but they've done a great job against these quarterbacks this year in the secondary, and that pass defense has improved. You know one name we don't keep bringing up? I don't keep bringing up the liability, Mr. Liability, Adoree Jackson or any of them guys. I mean, not that Buffalo had anything to shake a stick at because there's really nothing on that side of the football. And I agree with John. Brandon Cooks is a solid pro. He's good. I can't remember. I think he was in Houston. He was good there. He was good up. He's been good
with the Saints. He's great. Yeah, he was great with the Saints for a couple of years, but.
All right, John, coming to you first on this. How do you analyze Jalen Hurts today,
then? Great first half, disgusting second half. And that's happened too often where he's had a really good half and a really bad half.
Yeah, I can remember Tampa.
It's weird. The Rams, he flip-flop halves. And this was another one of those games.
Kansas City.
You don't even understand. It's hard to understand. Like, I thought he looked as sharp as he's looked this year in the first half.
How about that throw in between two defenders, man? It was right on the point, man.
Couple throws.
Yeah, in the rain.
And he looked as good as he's looked all year. In the second half, he looked as bad as he's looked all year. Literally. 13, I think he completed three passes in the second half.
I don't think he had any completions in the second half.
No,
John.
he was 0 for 7.
He was 0 for 7 in the second half. That's abysmal. Yeah, I'm looking for the first half. Yeah, 13 for 20 in the first half, 13 for 27. Oh, that's embarrassing. See, I didn't even realize it was that bad. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
I don't either. I've never seen a guy put more games like that together where
it doesn't exist.
A pass.
It's amazing. Sales, how do you analyze Jalen Hurts today?
Man, I did. I even tweeted it out on X, man. I said that I thought he really played well in the first half. And then with John, there were points in that second half I started laughing that it was so bad. I was laughing. I mean, they couldn't even get a 5-yard pass off. I mean, and by the way, they became so predictable. Roll right, roll right, roll right, flushed, roll right.
Yeah, but that's him flushing right.
No doubt. He becomes predictable when he does that.
Yeah. He did have the one completion of DeVonta that was overturned, as I mentioned. And that was a pretty significant gain. It was a great catch by DeVonta, though. He just kind of threw it up. And then they did that late in the game, which is the 55th. But guess what? All of Buffalo's offense basically was 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
There were 2 to Brandon Cooks. One, the kid made a great catch on Quinyon. I forget his name.
Was that the one down the middle of the field, John?
No, the one on the right, sort of right sideline.
Okay.
Shavers.
The one down Shavers. The one down the middle was Cooks when he caught it on his chest. Yeah. That was Cooks. That was a great. Shavers was even better. That reception. So they had a 50-yarder to Cooks. They had another long one to Cooks, 50-50 balls. They had the 32-yarder to Shavers on a 50-50 ball. That's basically their entire offense.
By the way, that didn't look like a catch to me, that Shavers ball. I don't know if he caught it or not, but it didn't look like a catch to me.
Really? I got to look at it again. I thought he caught it in the moment. But
I'll tell you what, I thought that DeVonta Smith catch was a catch that they called.
Well, that was a catch, but they've been doing it all year.
I thought that was home cooking there on that one.
Yeah, they've been doing it all year. I mean, the Eagles have been the recipient of that. Even a touchdown taken back, the Hawkinson touchdown, he caught that ball.
Yeah.
But that's the way they're calling it this year.
Man, the officiating in the NFL is so bad.
If it even moves a slight bit, they overturn it. I don't agree with it. I think it's a catch, but I think they're all catches.
I did too. I thought that one down the sidelines too, when the Buffalo Bill guy caught that football down the sidelines on the right.
Yeah, that was
offensive pass interference. When he was pushing him in the face and pushing him up. I thought that you could have called it the other way. I agree, Zander. I think the officiating, and I'm not an officiating guy because I don't really hang my hat on that, but it's been awful this year.
It's bad. I mean, I think it's over legislated with too much to call, but at the end of the day, it's still making for a bad product overall. Guys, do you feel like the defense has reached a point where they could win any game? I mean, I feel confidence in the team because of the defense, and people are calling me a glazed donut, I guess, for feeling confident in the team. But when you hold the Bills to 12 points and you have as good of a defensive output as this defense has had this year, to me, it feels like they can beat anybody, especially if the offense plays like they did in the first half.
Well, if they play like they did in the first half, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agreed.
But there's no evidence they're going to play that way for over a consistent period of time. I mean, they were clicking on both sides of the football. And too often that hasn't happened offensively. But defensively, this team is really good. Well, yeah, the one outlier was Chicago, but I think that's explained by
you bet.
A lot of it's explained by Jalen Carter. Just, he couldn't do it. He couldn't lift weights. We didn't know this. He couldn't do a push-up entering that game. That's how much pain he was in. I don't know why he played, but that's another. But you saw the guy tonight, completely different guy. So you add him to the mix. That front is just relentless. Jalen Phillips, I was a little bit scared, but he came back in the game and played well. Got hurt early. Jalix Hunt is just taking off to the point where he's better than Nolan Smith now.
He is.
He just is. But Nolan's playing well. It's not that he's playing poorly. It's just Jalix has taken another step. We talked about Zach Bond. Zach Bond is an amazing football player. So is Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, one of the best outside corners in football. Shahad Campbell steps back in, does a great job. Relentless, that defense. But the problem is, if you only have one side of the equation, you get one bullshit 50-50 ball and the game turns. And that's what happened today. It's really hard to keep, especially when you're dealing with Josh Allen, to keep him. He's going to make a play at some point.
Right.
And that's what happened today. And they had a chance to steal the game. And to be honest, they should have stolen the game. The play was there.
Yeah. Josh missed it. Bad pass.
Zander, you asked the question, do you feel confident in the team? The team? No. The defense? Yes.
Well, then, but how does the confidence in the defense, though, like, do you feel like they can go the distance because of the defense?
No, I don't think they can win 4 games.
I don't think you can win 4 games that way.
No way. Maybe if you were coming out of the bye, John, where you had to play 3 at home like that, instead of 4, I don't believe you could play 4 in a row like that. You can't in the playoffs.
But the good news is, the Eagles aren't going to play that poorly in the second half on offense.
But then again, John, I wouldn't call the Buffalo Bills defense one of the top 5 or 10 defenses in pro football.
No, well, that's the disappointing part. It's not a good defense. Now Milano being back helps them.
Pro Bowler.
Benford's a really good corner. Russo, as we mentioned, is having a good year. So they have some players. I mean, Joey Bosa's out there. But it's not one of the better defenses, I would say. I think you saw the difference between the Eagles' defense and their defense. But you also, there is something to the personality of the game. It was a close sort of, whether people were freaked out by the weather or not, for whatever reason, this was not a shootout. Buffalo plays a lot of shootouts, and they probably play more shootouts than anybody, Buffalo. And, if you're forced to go in a different direction, if they're going up and down the field, you have to go in a different direction. So part of it is the personality of the game. But there's no excusing that second half. And, blame whoever you want, but they all deserve some of the blame. And, Jalen Hurts is at times a maddening player because he can play. And that's why you have all these conversations. He's a top 5 quarterback. No, he deserves to be benched. And here's my fear. The Eagles are probably going to rest everybody in week 18.
Oh, my God.
We'll see.
Watch what happens on Sunday.
Oh my God, Tanner McKee's going to throw for 300
350 yards.
They're gonna run 4 plays. They're not going to show anything. Washington's given up, and everybody's going to translate that to see.
Well, he's throwing 350 with who? Darius Cooper?
Yeah.
Well, certain guys got to play. I mean, Dotson's got to play. Dotson had a big game in Week 18 last year. Some guys have to play. Because you only have a 53-man roster. Some guys have to play.
Yeah, Zander, they're not all bamming up there at
There's not 90-man rosters. You can't just bring up the whole practice squad. They did that once in the COVID era, but you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Right.
So some guys have to play, and that's my fear, that Tanner has a big day throwing the football. It's not going to be everybody. I mean, but there's going to be a significant amount of people saying, "Oh, look what they can do."
You have confidence in Tanner to do it. Why don't you ever have that confidence in Hurts to do it?
Because it's Week 18 against the Washington Commanders.
He was just played.
I don't have confidence in Tanner to do it against a meaningful team in the playoffs.
But Jalen just played him last week.
Yeah, but this is going to be more like an exhibition game.
Yeah. This is going to be not more like, it's going to be an exhibition game.
Zander, know this: the Commander guys, their brains are already in Cancun.
I know
they got to call their bodies next week to come and follow there. Then catch up with them when they're down there in Cancun.
Yeah. So wait for the Eagles to get.
By the way, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying
I get what you're saying.
But because the exact same thing, where if you watch, it was the Giants game, or was it Washington? I forget. I have to look at who Tanner played significantly against last year. Let's see. So it was kind of funny because he went off in the first. It was the Giants. Yeah, it was Giants. So it was Week 18 against the Giants. You remember he came in, they destroyed Dallas, and he came in at the end of the game and he threw 4 passes and 2 were touchdowns. And AJ caught one and took it up to the crowd, whatever. And he had to get it back. Remember that play? Because it was Tanner's first touchdown. He threw it up and he showed off his. By the way, AJ showed off his arm, which is the best arm on the team, but I digress. And anyway, had to get the ball back. Then he played Week 18. He played the whole game against the Giants. And he was great in the first half. I swear to God, they ran like 4 plays. They just ran the same play over and over again. It was what all the people say, the high school offense, that bullshit, because they didn't want to show anything in Week 18 with the playoffs coming. And he threw for 250 yards, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what I fear is going to happen in this game.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. You are talking to a city that loves backup quarterbacks for a good reason. So let's see what happens. I actually think Taylor gets some hate now because not by none of his own doing, but so people can defend and protect Jalen Hurts that they shit on Tanner McKee now. I don't think it's fair to my boy Tanner.
Hey, John, Todd Campbell played pretty damn well in that ball game.
Oh, he's a good player, man.
Yep, he played really well in that game.
Now, he did get beat on the last play, but, I mean, that's tough duty for a linebacker on a slot receiver.
Yeah.
That's tough duty. That's one you can maybe say, hey, that's not the best allocation of assets, big on that big-time play, but, it's probably zone. I have to look at it. I assume it was zone. But I have to look at the play again because you don't want a linebacker on Shakir, and that's what happens. And why he was wide open, but I can't blame Jihad for that.
It's a good gift for the Eagles. Josh Allen's got a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone to win the football game, and he short arms it.
Well, because he was hearing the footsteps. He thought it was there. He thought the pressure was there, and it wasn't there. He had plenty of time to, put his hips in the right position, square up, and throw the football and win the game. and he thought he was hurried, man.
This team really has an ability to let everybody know that nobody knows what to expect. I don't think they know what to expect of themselves. I don't think either you or me know what to expect from this team in the postseason. I don't think anybody listening knows what to expect. They could win every game and go on a dominant run to the Super Bowl. They could get bounced in the first round with a putrid offense.
That's the great. Yeah, this I've never seen a team with such highs and such lows.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's the identity of the quarterback. I've never seen a quarterback have 2 games in a football season in my entire life, playing or covering, where he's got 2 games where he goes 0 for 7 in the second half and 0 for 8 in the second half. I've never seen that.
I know, it's weird.
And by the way, and win. I've seen.
And by the way, if you want to criticize Kevin, which I know everybody does, that's where you should start the criticism. All right, if it's 0 for 7, get him a layup, get him a smoke screen, get him a bullshit bubble screen, which I hate. Just to, again, see the ball go through the hoop. Get him a layup. They need to do that better when things are going poorly. And I don't think they do that well. But I still go to the running game first because that's who they are. And they got to stop these negative runs. They did it against.
Is it clogged up the offense in the running game because they struggled to move the ball consistently in other ways this year?
Well, they were moving the ball pretty damn consistently in the first half.
It's true.
And even at the first two offensive plays in the first half were Saquon Barkley up the middle for 5 yards and Saquon Barkley up the middle for 10 yards. The first 2 plays. And then they went 1st and 10 at their own 37. They went pass incomplete. And then they went back to Barkley, -2 yards. And we're off and running to Bullshitville with the first negative play.
Hey, John, listen to this. According to ESPN research, the 2025 Eagles are the first team since 1987 Patriots to win multiple games in which they didn't complete a pass in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year. I mean,
I just saw they had Sills 2 or 3.
What's that? They've had 2, I believe. He's had
2. The Tampa game and this game.
Yeah, in this game.
He played really poorly against the Rams, but it wasn't.
John, I've never seen. You know what? I didn't know what to take your comment early in the year. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. Zander, you're right. You may run your faces into a Super Bowl championship with the most unidentifiable football team I've ever seen in pro football history.
No, it's going to be interesting. So
I've never seen it like it.
Where do the Eagles stand now, John? With the seeding, it's looking like 3. Unless the Bears lose out, so lose this week.
Yeah, the Bears got to lose out, and the Eagles have to win out. Now that means the Eagles should win. Obviously, they should be able to beat Washington with Tanner McKee. So if the Bears, and it's possible, San Francisco's got a lot to play for. They can be the number 1 seed. If they win out, they're the number 1 seed. So San Francisco's got a ton to play for. And then next week they have Detroit, who doesn't have a ton to play for. So
anytime Tanner gets in a game, he normally does pretty well. It's not to say he's going to be he's a great, but he's never delivered a bad game in an Eagle uniform. Is that correct?
Well,
not a lot of them, but
it's basically, what is it, 1 game?
Last year, yeah.
I remember him playing the Bengals starters in preseason this year.
Yeah.
Eagle quarterback in the second half throws a donut and he wins.
I mean, it is crazy.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. And this happened a couple years ago when they lost to in Tampa. You're playing your starters in week 18 because you have a chance to move up. That time they had a chance to win the division if Dallas lost. But Dallas started to blow out whoever they were playing, probably Washington. And they started pulling their guys. But before they pulled their guys, AJ got hurt and Reed Blankenship got hurt. and weren't able to play in Tampa. Might have been Lane too, but I know it was AJ and Reed. So that's the worst case scenario, is you're wasting your time playing your starters in week 18 and Chicago goes out to beat Detroit and you're stuck in the 3 seed. But if you have a chance, you got to play. You got to play your guys.
The Eagles, one of the Eagles' stars of the game today, credit to you, Sills, you mentioned it in the open. Braden freaking Mann today. He had 7 punts
monster
for 388 yards.
I thought he did a
average.
Bro, I thought he did a backspin at the inside the 1.
Oh, Cam Latu screwed that up, man.
Oh, my God. He was
totally screwed it.
Bro, they lost. They had so many times where I thought that the Bills were going to start winning field position. They put that guy back there, man. I'll tell you what. And you got to give Michael Clay some love here, man. You know, his boy Elliott made the kick. You had the punter. The coverage was spectacular all day. You know, if you really want to look at it, Zander, this is how it went. Eagle defense, number 1. Eagle special teams, number 2. And the Eagle offense was the 3rd best unit in that football game for those guys. Okay? Special teams was better.
Is Jake Elliott even made both of his kicks?
Yeah, good for
including
Jake.
a 47-yarder.
And that stiff that had to replace their kicker on the other side ultimately didn't get the job done. I know it got blocked, but I don't know. Now I wonder how many blocks that happen in kicks are because of where the kicker kicks the ball as opposed to what
most of them.
High, low, yeah. Hey, by the way,
nobody's blocking Brandon Aubrey kicks.
Yeah, dude, it's eyeball.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get Lane Johnson back after watching Fred Johnson get knocked on his noggin. Holy, hey Zander, to people out there, you know what they say? Hey, Fred's done a really nice job. The difference between a second-team guy and a Hall of Fame guy, you saw it today. Lane doesn't get run over like I've never seen Lane Johnson.
Fred's the kind of backup tackle that just hopes he never has to play football. Because you can tell he has fun being on the team, but when he's in there, boy, they showed him on the sideline tonight. The
only thing that got hurt hey, Zander, the only thing that got hurt on that guy was his feelings after he got knocked on his ass.
He did get knocked on his ass out there. Boy, I tell you what, guys, I've never seen a team that is this up and down, interesting to get, hard to gauge. You can think they're gonna, one week you think they might win the Super Bowl, the next week you think they might get blown out. I mean,
like the cardiac Eagles.
Sills, you said to me though in the open, and this is where I'm like, I don't know. You're like, they can't win the Super Bowl with this defense going 4 games. I agree with you. But they just had 0 passing yards in the second half. They didn't complete a single pass, and they had 17 total yards against one of the best second half teams in football this year and the best quarterback in the world in Josh Allen. And they still win the football game.
Okay, I want to see it in the playoffs. You do that 4 games in a row.
I get it. I'm just saying
you're not going to beat anybody with 17 yards. I got to make sure I check myself. Yards, not points.
This offense began 17 yards in the first play. I mean, come on. 3 plays done.
I don't know, man.
They had 16 because Jalen Hurts nailed down. So
that's right.
Yeah. Let's be correct. 16. That's right.
16.
Oh my God.
16.
Thank you, John. At 16. 110 yards passing in the ball game. They had 80 yards rushing, all of it in the first half, and they beat them up in Buffalo. Kudos to that defense. There is no doubt, man. Vic Fangio is worth the money they're paying him. I'll make this to you too, John. I know that they've had great coordinators in the past there with Buddy and with Jim Johnson, but I don't know.
Oh, Vic's the best.
This is going to go down. This year's better. Zander, this year of him coordinating is better than a year ago.
Vic's got to be getting tired of this.
It's better than a year ago because I thought the John McMullen teams were gonna fail, and he's made them into somebody.
They did for the most part. They had to go out. They had to go out to Nordstrom's to get Jalen Phillips.
I would love to get Vic Fangio and give him some truth serum.
Now he doesn't give two shits about the offense. That's
he's got to have some thoughts on it. When his head hits the pillow, he's got to have some thoughts on it, man.
I'm telling you, and all great coaches are this way. And the fact that they know they control what you can control is a big thing in football. They know they can't control it, so he's like, they got the ball at the 20, we got to stop. They got the ball, they got to go 80 yards, we got to stop.
But he might think about it.
No, you put your head down and go, I did my job.
Yeah, exactly.
I can only control my sandbox. Use Nick Saban's line. Here's my sandbox. I got a little place right here between the A gap and the B gap. That's my job right there. That's all I can control.
I love this take by Shady. Zander, I disagree. This year makes Fangio alive. He's loving it, man. That actually might be true, Shady.
Well, the reason I think Vic is the best is because nobody has ever copied a guy more than Vic Fangio. You could bring up every great defense, and Dan just brought up numerous here. Jim Johnson, Buddy Ryan. Nobody has been copied more than Vic Fangio. At one point, there were 13 teams in this league running his damn scheme. 13.
And none of them could do it nearly as good as him.
No. So when you're that guy, and that was always my argument. You've heard it with Spags, because everybody loves Spags because all the Super Bowl. Well, he wins the Super Bowl. I said, yeah, that's part of it. He's very good, but he's not big. Flores is my favorite. I say my favorite because I just love how unique he is. And not a lot of people copy him because he's too unique. Everybody copies Vic. Everybody.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. All right, guys, let's get to some super chats here. The people of JAKIB Nation, I'm sure, got a lot to say tonight. We got 40+ super chats. I'll read off a couple of them right now. Here's Common Electro. What's up, brother? Appreciate the $20 super chat. He says, on the real, we should have lost this game. That defense has to be getting sick of this by now. Hurts and the O-line have been terrible. Any other quarterback in the league would have won that game. That is a fact. Jalen and the O-line are cheeks.
I don't know. Did you see some of the quarterbacks on Christmas Day? I don't think Josh Johnson's winning the game. I don't think Max Brosmer's winning, although
you're in this together. You're rowing in the rowboat together.
Yeah, but fans, and Dan can speak about this better than me, but fans really do get caught up in the finger pointing aspect.
It doesn't work.
The defense, it doesn't. Like, and again, the good coaches, and Nick is a good coach. You're so hyper focused on your job. You don't have time to worry about other people's jobs.
Zander, the only time it got out of hand in Philadelphia is because Buddy Ryan always being that favoritism towards that side of the ball and not having favoritism towards the other side because the owner back in the day didn't want to spend money on the offensive line. That's when it became adversarial, where those guys were always saying our offense sucks. Today in normal NFL franchises, one day your offense is going to have to carry you across the finish line. So you're all rowing in this thing together. You row to sea together. You row to shore together. Nobody's on an island or in a boat by themselves rowing in different directions. For you to win a Super Bowl, everybody's got to be in it together, including the coaching staff.
And here's James Carver. What's up, James? Thanks for the $10 super chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. There's a difference between winning and your opponents losing. Sirianni and KP need to stop with the it's all about winning. The defense won, but the Eagles didn't. The Bills lost. Right guard is a must first pick, and KP out. Oh, man.
Well, if the defense won, the Eagles won. The special teams won, the Eagles won. Like, to Dan's point, the offense has won games for this team this year. People like to conveniently forget them.
No, they're few and far between, to be fair. But, yeah, they have.
I mean, when he says that bullshit, and I get people get tired of it, ultimate team game, that's what it is. I mean, yeah, the defense played better today. The special teams played better today.
So what do you think about that? Winning and versus opponents losing?
I don't care if it's 3-2. Okay, if I have to date the ugly chick to win, I'm in. I don't care how it looks. This ain't college ball where you got a committee there. Remember something. I think fans get a little nuts with this because in college there's a committee that picks playoff teams. In the NFL, you play yourself into it, dude. I don't care how it looks. Sometimes when you're talking,
I got you.
Making it to the postseason here, man. This is the NFL.
We got the ugly chick, that's for sure. Here's Dark Torch. It's got to be awkward for Eagles fans who call Hurts bad and then have to watch him win the biggest games in football each year. Can't even celebrate with the rest of us. I almost feel bad for them.
Well, I do think that. I mean, I do think there's a group that goes way too hard on Jalen Hurts, but I also think there's a group that goes way too easy on him. But overall, I mean, he's won a lot of football games, and he does it often in an unconventional fashion.
Yep.
But be careful what you wish for if you want something different. Again, all you have to do is turn on this league from week to week and watch some of the quarterback play.
Like I
There's
said,
far worse quarterback play than even what you saw in the second half today, believe it or not.
at the
Far
end of
worse
the day,
quarterback play.
he's limited. People can't handle that. They go in different areas. You see the limitations every freaking ball game. I mean, but nobody's talking about not winning. Nobody's talking about he's limited.
I did think it was a good win to go to Buffalo and get a win in December. It was ugly,
Okay.
but
So what you're doing though is it's not a Jalen Hurts win; it's a team win.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think that's
Well,
that should
Jalen
be
Hurts is part of that shitty offense too.
Well, 100%. Hey, I've never denied that, my friend. I might say some things up here. I never denied that. Here's Gina. Allen has never beaten the Eagles. That's nuts. What's he? 0-2?
That's true. Yeah.
And
Sean McDermott and Josh Allen have beaten 30 of the 31 other teams. Only one team that haven't beaten.
you know what? I can't stand them when people bring that up because that means Justin Herbert's 2-0 versus the Eagles. He's 2-0 and he had an 87% completion percentage.
I actually thought Buffalo had momentum, and it wouldn't have been dumb if they did
no.
kick the point after.
Well, I agree. I understand that the Eagles don't play Buffalo a lot, and if they played them twice a year, they would beat them at some point. So, yeah, it doesn't mean that much, other than they've been a very successful team who has beaten every other team in the NFL. But
a lot of AFC teams too, John.
Oh yeah, well they play AFC teams all the time, so
yeah, but they got a great record versus them.
When you only play, well, they have a great record against NFC. They have a great record against everybody. They've won a shitload of football games. That's the point. They're crazy. They have crazy success. I got to look it up. My buddy Dave Gerhardt does the stats. I'm going to give you the stat, which is crazy against NFC foes, if I can find it. Their point differential in games versus NFC opponents since 2020, Buffalo, plus 310. Plus 310. Number 2 over that same time frame, Kansas City. Obviously, they win a lot. Plus 247. They've been kicking the shit out of the NFC for years, but they can't beat the Eagles. But they've only played them 2 or 3 times.
Here's James Gaming. What's up, brother? Steen and Juergens are trash. Second half, every time the running back touches the ball, a defender is in the backfield because of them the entire season.
There was one really bad miss by Cam Juergens. That was noticeable. I'm sure when I go back and watch it, there's going to be a lot of bad whiffs on blocking. I'm sure of it because there were a lot of negative plays again. Way too many negative plays.
Yeah, my take the black pill take on this team right now has everything to do with that guy. I don't think Cam Juergens is ever going to return to what he was last year. That's just he might, but I don't think he's going to. We'll see.
Hard to tell. He's got to get healthy.
John, listen, Zander started it out, and I always look at the play sheet too. 5 plays, 13 yards. 3 plays, 0 yards. 3 plays, 2 yards. 3 plays, 4 yards. 11 plays, 54. No, excuse me. 3 plays, 2 yards minus. Then you had end the game, 1 play minus 1 to Neal. That's what they had. Here's their fourth quarter. 3 plays, 4 yards. 3 plays -2. 1 play -1. That was their fourth quarter.
Lovely. Great.
Yeah. Oh, man. Wow.
It is what it is, Sills. Here's Tea Time. What's up, Tea Time? Thanks for the $20 super chat, brother. Appreciate you, man. He says, at this point, every game this season, the Birds play 2 halves of offense. I don't remember if it was ever like this. At this point, let's just admit KP doesn't know how to call an offense a whole game yet.
Again, I don't get the people's obsession. No, I do get it. You
have to understand when the head coach clicks on his things and he goes defense, offense, and he's hearing what these guys want to do. Nick goes like this. No, we're going to run the ball here. No, we're going to go 3rd and 8. We're going to run it.
Well,
no,
it doesn't even get that deep for me because it's just that. And again, nobody's buying Patullo or Sirianni jerseys. That's what it comes down to.
It's the head coach.
They don't want to blame the players, so they want to blame the coordinator.
Do you think Patullo is not any part of the problem at all on offense, though?
I didn't say that.
No,
I didn't say that.
Well, I'm just adding because that's what
every single one, and I've been here since 2016. Every single coordinator the Philadelphia Eagles have had, including Frank Reich, who Jeffrey Lurie wanted to fire in year 2. Dan asked Frank that. Doug Peterson stepped in and saved his job. Shane Steichen the first year. Every single one of them got shit on. Every single one of them. Who do you think you're gonna like? Who? It's a defensive city, so some guys like Vic, but I guarantee you, Jim Schwartz was a great dude. He got shit on. Jim Johnson got shit on because I've talked to people that were here. Who are you gonna like? Every single one of them.
That's fair. Here's Go Birds. Championship defense, first overall pick offense. I like that. I like that description. How are you going to go 0-7 in the second half? That's a 3rd game that bum has disappeared in the second half. Get that clown off my team.
Oh my God.
It is weird. I know people get
weird
Jalen, but how do we have 3 halves this year where we've had 4 halves really this year where we've had literally next to nothing in terms of offensive production? Is that?
I've never seen that. I've never seen weird games.
It's weird that they have those lulls, which I admit is. But this is crazy to me. No matter what number you want to look at, this is nowhere near the NFL's worst offense. I mean, nowhere near. I mean, that kind of talk.
There's a lot of bad offenses in the NFL. Are they the worst offense of the 14 playoff teams right now?
No. Well, I mean, total offense, they're 22nd. Remember, they're first in red zone. First.
What offense in the playoffs do you think is better than, or the Eagles are better than?
Oh my God, I'd have to go down the teams, but if you go, because I value EPA, because hey, Ben Johnson told me to value EPA. They're fucking 13th in the NFL. 13th. So if you want to look at the playoff teams, the Rams are better. The Bills are better. That didn't look too good tonight either, by the way.
No,
the Packers are better. The Patriots are better. The Cowboys didn't make the playoffs. The Colts didn't make the playoffs. The 49ers are better, so that's 5. Lions didn't make the playoffs. Chicago 6. Kansas City didn't make the playoffs. Denver 7. Pittsburgh's 8. So there's 14 playoff teams. They got a better EPA than they're 9th.
5 of them.
Yeah. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
I mean, EPA, that's on EPA.
Hey, 16.
Well, that's a better fucking metric than.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad metric. I'm saying that there are other metrics though that you could go by. That
they're not going to be last in any of them. They're not going to be last in any metric you want to use.
All right,
Two
that's fair.
NFL football games. One half you go 0 for 8 with no yards, and you go 0 for 7 for 16 yards, and you freaking win. I'm not. Hey, I don't know what the analysis on that, John,
I
is.
know. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, man.
I don't know what that is, man.
And here's Dover's Army. Elite Josh Allen. Never met a big game he didn't want to lose. No excuses from the Allen Glazers.
You get that's crazy.
That's a stupid comment.
The point. You even get people who shit on Josh Allen. I mean, there's a perfect example.
Just stupid stuff right there. I mean, so wait a minute. You have DeVonta Smith and AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley, and you have 17 total yards in the second half of a football game, and you're talking about journeyman Brandon Cooks and some dude named Ernie Shavers, the former boxer, catching footballs for you. You're freaking stupid, some of these people.
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
Exactly.
Walk out says the offense collapsed in the second half. That they did, Walk out.
Well, that is true. Nobody's saying they played well, but you guys take it too far, man.
Here's Marshall. Allen stinks. Stop trolling Sills and keep your love glaze to yourself. We shutting it down and you dislike it. Your Allen Glaze missed a wide open receiver. He is a stiff. Marshall is not correct, Sills, but the comment is funny.
It's funny. He is. He's a funny guy. Absolutely. Hey, guess what, Marshall, your punter had a better second half than your quarterback did. You want to go there? Hey, John, you want me to come off the top rope like Jimmy Superfly Snuka? Hey, the punter was better.
Well, I tell you what,
the punter was great.
He was sensational.
Excellent. No doubt about it. All right, good stuff there.
I'll tell you what, though, you don't want your punter in the modern NFL out there 7 times.
No.
That's not good.
No, that's not good at all. And Nick Sirianni's going to go viral for, I guess, what he said after the game. I just saw one of those.
Yeah, he was in the hallway saying some bullshit
what
again.
What are you saying now? Not so much talking anymore. Can Nick ever just shut up?
Nick, your offense blew out loud. Be quiet.
Nick,
where's Big Dom when you need him?
He's the only coach in the league that has that where his quarterback is like the adult in the room, though. It's really weird. It's a weird dynamic. He's very successful. I'm not taking away from it, but it is a weird dynamic.
Well, I thought Saquon said that it was hilarious because Saquon said when he was Saquon called him the best coach in the NFL. You know, he's just pumping up his guy, but he admitted when he was in New York, he hated him. Quote, I hated that motherfucker. You know, that's just his personality rubs people the wrong way. You know what,
John? We used to have a guy too that I played with named Michael Irvin, who's one of the greatest teammates all time. But you get him on another team with someone else, you hate that guy.
You know who every single Eagles fan hates with a passion? Frankie Louvu. And to Nick's credit, and Nick has said, that's the kind of guy you love if he's on your team and you hate if he's not on your team. That's exactly right. He's got a personality that rubs people the wrong way if they're rooting for another team. As far as the people who root for him, why they dislike him, I don't know, because he's exactly like you guys. He's a big bullshit, spiking the football, putting in people's spaces, no decorum. I don't know why he's not. And I give Mike Gill credit for that. He's the most spilly guy there is.
All right, I know. Believe me, you'll have all the defenders in the chat here. They're all crying in the chat. They're already in here. I see my boy B. Preston crying in defense. Nick, don't listen to Sills and Zander. Yeah, be an adult sometimes. All right, it might help you in the long run.
It's the most spilly guy there is, at least from Jamestown, New York.
Yeah, right. He's upstate. He's actually a Canadian. He's not really a New Yorker. He's from like up near Buffalo.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm coming to each one of you here. Your final thought: Eagles win 13-12. What they've won now? They beat the Packers. What 13-10? Or was that the 10-7 game? Or was the line?
Yeah, that was the 10-7 game.
10-7. Then
Yeah,
they won.
we should say, Buffalo's a high-scoring team, typically.
Yeah, defense is great.
Yep.
Well, but, I mean, yes, the defense.
That was the fewest points the Bills scored this season.
Yeah. And they shut them out for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And they've scored a lot of, I know, high-scoring games because they get in a lot of shootouts. But, the weather does have an effect. And they played some bad weather games. You got to throw, if you want to be fair, you have to throw that in there. They've had some bad weather luck this year. But they won most of the games. But a lot of those games, not all of those games, were ugly. And they were ugly for Caleb Williams, and they were ugly for Jordan Love. A lot of those games were ugly.
Yeah.
And this one, guess what? This is about as ugly as it gets for Josh Allen. Part of that's the Eagles.
I feel like watching that game, like I ran a marathon with a broken leg.
A good analogy for it, Bills. All right, Phil, coming to you, man. Your final thoughts. Eagles win 13-12. They moved to 11-5 on the year. Probably going to be the 3 seed. The Bears are tied up right now, 14-14 with the Niners. Your final thoughts, your final takeaways from the Eagles win today.
Again, their defense was spectacular. I think the special teams was great. I think it's a great win to go up to Buffalo against a team that had to have that win if they wanted to stay in any kind of race for that AFC East. That's pretty much out of their reach now. They've got to worry about seeding now, and they probably have to play in the final game now. It was a really great win for the unit. Offensively, like I said, man, I don't know. I don't know where you go from there. Everyone was saying that the offense was going to get back on track after those last 8 quarters. And I'm like, well, we'll see here. And I put to what John says, I think there's context with weather and all that. But boy, I'll tell you what, that was arguably the second worst half of the year that offense played next to the Bucs half of football. That was just not very good. And they're going to have to, like Nick said today, even at the presser, John, he was in the pit and he said, look, we got a lot to work on here. And we got a lot to do here as we get ready for the postseason.
By the way, T.J. Edwards, a pick 6 of Brock Purdy.
Yeah. You should, John, you'd love to throw Caleb Williams just made downfield. That dude has a cannon for an arm, dude. Yeah, that dude has a cannon.
Better and better and better every week, man.
Dude, he's sitting in the pocket. There's a guy right in his face. He just flings it right over the back of the defender, man. Luther Burden, touchdown. Yep. He's got a cannon. John, your final thoughts, man, on the Eagles win today.
Well, you knocked down the pin. That's about the most positive. Hope is waning that they can fix this running game. That's my biggest concern. That's been my biggest concern. A little bit of a positive feeling after Las Vegas and Washington and the first half tonight, and then right back in the shitter. And if they can't run the football, they can't play offense, man, consistently. And I don't know how you fix that in 1 week after you played 17. So that is not positive.
No doubt about it. Good stuff, guys. Appreciate both of you doing it on the postgame show. John, we'll talk to you in the morning on Birds 365. Sills, I'll see you on the National Football Show. Appreciate both of you guys doing it today.
Have a great one, guys. Please hit the like button. We'll see you on Monday.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there's Johnny Mac, Dan Sileo joining me here on the JAKIB Postgame Show. Eagles win today. They moved to 11-5 on the season. Don't worry, I'll get to all super chats on the show. If you want them to get read in 90 minutes of prime time, you're going to have to give more than $5. I'm sorry, guys. I will get to all super chats, but I can't make a 90-minute show based solely on super chats. All right, so appreciate all of you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. We'll do the post-game show. I'll read all the supers. And we'll get your guys' opinion. Guys, it's a weird team. All right, and Marsh, thank you, dude. Read my super, Zander. Allen freaking stinks. Missed the layup to win the game and couldn't make the throw. Don't go calling for people stupid from what we've seen. Well, Marsh, I don't think you're stupid. I thought your comment was funny. But if you think Josh Allen missing one throw in the back of the end zone on a 2-point conversion means that he stinks, I can't agree with you. So you can give me $50, you can give me $100, you can give me $1,000, you can give me $1 million. If you say something I don't agree with, then I'm not going to agree with it. Josh Allen does not stink. I don't know what world you live in. I don't know what peyote you're smoking, but he doesn't stink. He missed the throw. Big moment, he missed the throw. Agreed. Saying he stinks is a very stupid comment, in my opinion. But thank you for the $50 super chat, Marsh. Love you, brother. Love you, brother. By the way, that dumbass comment you made to me in Discord was stupider than your super chat. All right, Marsh? All right? Read my super, Zander. Allen freaking stinks. He missed a layup to win the game and couldn't make the throw. Don't go calling people stupid from what we've seen, foe. I didn't call you stupid. Why did I call you stupid? I said your comment was stupid. All right? Marsh again, $50. Thank you, Marsh. All right? Jalen missed throws and y'all say he stinks. Stop it, man. Well, it's different, man. Come on, it's different. They're different players. Again, I don't need to take away from Jalen Hurts to give credit to Josh Allen and vice versa. I don't need to shit on Jalen to give another person credit or give credit to Jalen to shit on another person. I think they're two good players. They're different players. To me, Josh Allen's the best quarterback in football. If you don't agree, that's all right, brother. That's all right. You don't got to agree. I think he's the best player in football. I do. But thank you for the super chat, bro. And thank you for the 2 super chats. All right. 2 big super chats. 3 or 4 big super chats from me today. All right. Marsh, thank you, bro. All right. I know you hate Josh Allen. I know. You're going to have to go at Sileo tomorrow with that Josh Allen hate. All right. All right. I don't think Josh Allen stinks. So, guys, is that a controversial thing to say that Josh Allen doesn't stink? I mean, really? Come on, guys. Come on. Does anybody watch the guy play? He's a freaking stud. He's a very good football player. Here's Leon. What up, Leon? Thanks for the super, bro. Shout out to the defense for carrying. Not even mad at them. F. Patullo and Nick. Play calling is trash. Not mad at Jalen. Play calling trash. Play calling was definitely no good. I don't agree with John. And I mean, at some point, I know. I'm not saying that he's the number one problem, but does anybody feel like Kevin Patullo, leave Jalen out of it for a second? Does anybody feel like Jalen or Kevin Patullo has a good feel for the game in the second half? Does anybody feel like when you're in crunch time, when you have a key moment, does anybody feel confidence in the play caller giving the right play, making the right call, reading the room, reading the situation, understanding the personality of the game, understanding the personality of the defense you're playing against? Does anybody feel confidence about Patullo? Again, I don't think Patullo is the biggest problem in the world. I'm not like a lot of Eagles fans on Twitter who say KP's the dumbest play caller in the world and should be fired and this and that. But do you really have that much confidence in him that you feel the need to defend him at every turn? I don't know. I don't think he's helping Jalen Hurts as much as he could be. I don't. Walk out. Thanks, brother. Celso, what's up, man? How about that prolific Eagle offense? Sarcasm. That should have been easy to pick up on. Defense comes in with their capes on and saves the day. The Glazers will be out strong today. Oh, Celso, I'm sure you've seen the Glazers are out strong, bro. I'm sure you've seen that they're out strong. Holy shit. Marshall's giving that big moolah. This dude Marsh is throwing money. This dude Marsh will give me as much money as I need in order to agree with his Josh Allen takes. Best QBs don't make stupid passes. I'll check in tomorrow. Good night. Well, that was a bad moment, man. That was a bad pass. I mean, he should have won. They should have won the game. That was a perfect play call. The Eagles defense wasn't covering that. Well, they were covering him, but they got beat. And he missed the throw. He did miss the throw. All right. He definitely missed the throw. But Marsh, you got to remember, man, there's been some moments in Josh's career where he's had some big moments, man. I mean, remember, this is a dude who was down in a playoff game, in a conference championship game, and takes the lead with 40 seconds left, or 12 seconds left, excuse me. And his defense blows it, and they lose the game because Mahomes gets 2 plays and is in field goal range. I mean, so I don't think him missing the 2-point conversion is a grandiose proclamation that Josh Allen is no good. All right. But our defense beat him up today. He didn't look too good today. He didn't do it today. What's worse, Z, the miss by Josh or the int by Hurts to seal the Chargers game? Good question. I guess they're similar situations, right? You had an opportunity. Probably the Josh one because Josh had Jalen, the receiver, wasn't open. Now you could make an argument that was worse too because he made the wrong read. Josh made the right read, wrong throw. Hurts made bad throw and bad read. Maybe Hurts was worse. Hurts' bad throw was a bad read and a bad throw. Josh made a good read with a bad throw. I'll take Jalen's was worse. All right. Yeah, on 1st and goal too. Got to put that in there. All right. Yo, Marsh, thank you, dude. In all seriousness, I know we joke and I don't agree with your Josh Allen stinks takes, but I do appreciate your support of the channel. That's quite a bit of cash that you gave. So thank you, brother, for the big super chat. All right. Thank you for the big super chat. Leon, thank you. Celso, thank you. F and Ross, what's up, brother? Hold that tush push merchant accountable. Josh Allen didn't step up. Where are the Allenites at? Good question. Again, do you think Josh is no good? I don't know. Ray, it says, you're a butt buddy choke, Sills. Hurts wins. Go Birds. Defense won, but Hurts is a part of the team. Average Skippy. Ha, ha, ha. Bills and Superman choked. Jalen this, Jalen that. Jalen wins. Defense carried, but D is harsh, Big Sills. Super Bowl caliber team. I think they're Super Bowl caliber because of the defense. Certainly not because of the offense. Here's Chris Scott. What's up, man? Member for 13 months. Thank you, brother. Sirianni and Patullo showed me they'll keep us from winning the Super Bowl. This is inexcusable by the offense. Mike Pinjator. What's up, brother? Josh Allen is a choker. The Birds gave him the game, and he still couldn't get it done. Elite my ass. Man, me and you guys have clearly vastly different definitions on what makes a quarterback good, bro. I mean, I don't know what the heck you guys are talking about. I mean, really? You think Josh Allen stinks because he missed the throw and two-point conversion? Is that, Mike, is that your gauge for how to judge whether a quarterback is elite or not? Really, Mike? That's some of the lowest IQ thinking I could ever even dream of thinking. Oh, he missed one throw, so he actually stinks. What? Come on, man. That's not good logic. James M says, Eagles get a lead, run, roll out, incompletion. Could have been a 2 TD win. A bag of smashed a-holes looks better than second half Patullo. Yeah, he's struggling. Kimberly says, defense was a thing of beauty. Kimberly, agreed. Justo says, so the Bears game was a one-off, Sills. Glazed donut. Good one, Justo. Martin says, can't blame Jalen over conservative play calling. Well, it's both. Remember, Martin, Jalen has autonomy at the line of scrimmage. Do you guys not remember that? Jalen has autonomy at the line of scrimmage. That's not to say that every play call is him, but you don't actually know where it came from. A couple of those plays, it looked like Hurts was checking. So, I don't think that that's entirely a good way to look at it. I'm going to say the offense overall was too conservative in the second half. I'm going to say the offense overall sucked in the second half. I don't really look at it as like Kevin Patullo is the one and only reason the offense sucked. Jalen Hurts is the one and only reason the offense sucked. It's a litany of things. Brody, what's up, Brody? If the offense scores a point in the second half, this isn't even a game. The offense is gutless. They just flat out give up and play scared. FOH. Whew, Brody. Tough for me to push back on that one today. Fly Parks, our offense is ball control. We rely on defense to win games. Yeah, but Fly, they didn't control the ball, dude. All right, Fly, fine. Let's go off that premise. The offense is ball control. They didn't control the ball in the second half at all. They had five straight punts and 4 straight 3-and-outs to finish the game. If the offense is ball control by that metric, they failed too. But again, I feel better about Sills and John. You win in Buffalo late in December. It's a tough place to play. It's a tough place to win. You get a win. It's a good thing. But it didn't necessarily give me a lot of confidence going into the postseason that the Eagles are playing their best football. That's all. That's what I would say negative-wise. Wow, Mike. What's up, dude? Sills, who you roasting more this week? Hurts or Sirianni in the play calling? Knowing Sills, Hurts. Pumper says, stop the fanboy shit. This is not a Super Bowl winning team. We are not a 60-minute team. Actually, a 30-minute team. This quarterback is a hindrance. Pump. Brian Fleming. Patullo needs capital punishment in public. Oh, come on, Fleming. Swoosh, I know you're kidding. Swoosh says, idiots will genuinely look at the second half play calling and say, nah, definitely the player's fault more than coaching. 17 yards in the second half. All right, so Swoosh, I agree the play calling, or at least the plays that they ran in the second half, weren't so great. But So do you, Swoosh, just because I want to get it right here, Swoosh, do you think then that Jalen has zero autonomy at the line of scrimmage? There are a lot of quarterbacks in the league today that don't. Like Caleb Williams isn't calling shit at the line of scrimmage. Ben Johnson's telling him exactly what to run, exactly what to call, and execute. I'm under the impression that Jalen Hurts has gotten more autonomy as the years have gone on, and has more now than he's ever had. So, that's the thing I don't like. Like, if it works, people will be like, hey, Hurts checked into that call, great play. And if it doesn't work, then people are like, hey, Petulo blows. It's a collective. It's a collaborative effort. Offense sucked in the second half. Hurts, Sirianni, Kevin Petulo, everybody should go to the drawing board. I don't know who called the play, Swoosh. How do you know? How do you know it was all Petulo? I think Hurts checked some at the line of scrimmage. I don't know. I don't think any of us know. Teton, thank you, bro. Freddie, what's up? Jalen Knights, baby. Let's go, Birds. Love it, Freddie. Appreciate you for being here. Pumper says, Tanner would be a damn MVP candidate in this offense. Like, I'm pissed off. We stuck with a phony. Phony Hurts is a disease we can't cure. All right, Pump. Calm down, Pump. I'll give you a pat on the head. All right. All right. It's like when does any of you guys have I don't know if any of you guys have a lady. But when your lady is sometimes like in whiner mode, and she's just whining. You still love her, but she's whining right now. She's in one of those moods. You kind of hold her and you just go, okay, all right. All right, I hear you. Pump, that's you, bro. I'm not going to lie. Brian Pumper had a glimmer of hope when the Bills late hit Jalen. Yeah, I said it. This QB is a nuisance, a walking lobotomy. Come on, man. That's foul. Rashid says, the real question is, do you think the Eagles will play conservative in any half? Yeah, maybe. EZLN says Dak Allen. That's pretty funny. Swoosh, what's up, Swoosh? Today, Tampa, Denver, Dallas. The fourth time this year the offense disappears in the second half. Thank you. I was trying to think of all the games. Tampa, Denver, and Dallas. Right. And then today. Yeah, I knew Tampa. I knew Denver. Dallas, obviously, they were up 21, didn't score for 41 minutes. Yeah. It's pretty ugly, Swoosh. All right. We keep blaming the players. Makes zero sense. Open your eyes. Nah, Swoosh, this is where I disagree with you. I'm not saying it's 0% the coaches or 0% the players. I think it's both. Players don't execute certain plays. Coaches don't have a great feel for the game. As a first-year play caller learning on the job. Jalen does have autonomy at the line of scrimmage, which muddies the whole thing because how do you know who's calling what? I don't think it's as clear-cut as you're making it out to be. Parentheses, Jalen limits the offense. Then it should be like that all game, not just one half, almost every other game. All right, Swoosh. Gina says, Allen is, I got that one already. Shady, what's up, Shady? Appreciate you, Shady. Hurts doesn't have the killer mentality. He's content being safe and letting the defense win it. Well, maybe. CMT, Hurts is not at fault today. He made all the throws he should have. Had to scramble and throw away 6 times due to bad play calling and lack of coaching adjustments. I will say a couple of the plays today where they showed the sky cam from behind the line of scrimmage. There was nobody open. Now, I don't like to play that game anyway, but I don't know. It's tough to diagnose. Everybody, here's what I know. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody thinks their opinion is right. I got news. All the opinions aren't right. All right? And that goes for me too. That's the truth though. Everybody's got an opinion, and everybody thinks their opinion is right. Holy shit. Is that another big touchdown pass for Caleb Williams? Dude, that guy's got a cannon for an arm. That dude, Caleb Williams, can throw the rock, bro. He's got to learn some of the mechanics and stuff better, but good Lord. Penalties decline. It's a touchdown. Yep. Caleb Williams downfield, man. Guy has a missile on his arm. He really does. I did not understand how good his arm talent was until I started watching him play. I mean, he makes some of these big throws look so easy. On a rope. 55 yards like it's nothing. I mean, on a rope, perfectly into his hands. Ball game's 21-21. Actually, let's see if he makes the point after. Yep. 21-all in that game. CMT, thanks for the super, brother. Here's Pump. Pump, a lot of supers today. Thank you, Pump. Jalen Hurts needs Rosetta Stone for quarterbacks. It's getting spooky. Watching the guy play duck, duck, goose in the backfield, it's pathetic. Holy shit, Pump. You're fired up today. Takes a sack, fumbles, throws a pick, misses a receiver. Jalenites. Oh, my gosh. These coaches are not putting Jalen in position. Smoochy, smooch, fruitcakes. Oh, man. Pumper, do you like my accent there? All right. You like my accent there? Did I meet the Pumper accent for the Jalenites? Deshae, I agree, dude. I'm confident in that defense. There's no doubt. Josh Prout, only called pass on 3rd and long when D knows. Well, that's not true. I heard all you guys said. One of the 3 and outs in the second half. I think it was the second or third 3 and out. Maybe the third drive of the second half, if I'm not mistaken. They had 3 straight passes. 3 straight passes. And it looked like Hurts checked into him, by the way. So, here's Pumper. Facts, fellas. Good point. Josh was throwing to 40-year-old cooks and a dude named Tyreek Shavers. What the F is Hurts doing? It looks tragic. Yeah, those receivers are not good. There's no doubt about that. The drop on Smith, yeah, shit call. I didn't like that at all. Devin says, the punts and shitty weather was very important to the ball game for the Eagles. Go Birds, baby. I have no voice after that one. Great game to attend. Devin, hope you had a good time, man. Good win for the Birds. All right. Here's Pump. Pretty obvious when we pass first down and don't complete it, it's an automatic 3 and out. Run on first down no matter what. It's not rocket science. Amwan says, since 22, Hurts is 7-1 versus the big 4 quarterbacks, Pat, Joe, Lamar, and Allen. Amwan, it's a great record. Quarterbacks don't play quarterbacks. So I know people love to go head-to-head on quarterbacks, but it's a team ball game, okay? Jalen Hurts was not the best quarterback in the game today. He won the game. He plays a team game. We're fans of the Eagles, not the quarterback. Well, we are, but we don't root for the Jalen Hurtses. We root for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right? I don't like using that metric at all. It's good that he won against them, but the Eagles won against them, not Jalen Hurts. He's a part of the team. Here's Gabe. What's up, Gabe? Moro Ajomo has surpassed Milton Williams' 2024 sack total. He now has more sacks, quarterback hits, and hurries than Milton did last year with 1 game to go. Wow, Gabe. Good context there, brother. Dirty D says, I feel like we're the Steelers, all defense. Yeah, we're our offense. I don't know about that. Dover says, proof is in the pudding. Allen can't win big. Pumper says, geez, there is too many Jalenites, SMH. Tis the season to be fruity. Zander, keep cooking these peasants. We praise good QB play without mediocrity. Pump, good super, bro. Jalen Hurts is the guy. Here's Pump again. Jalen Hurts is the guy who shows up the last day of a project and assumes all credit. The guy has no impact. He's really obsolete. I don't see it like that. Here's Devin. I was fighting my way out of that stadium. What a blast. Beer cans being thrown toward me. No F's given. Screaming, go Birds. I love it, Devin. Fuck Buffalo. Sorry for my language. Screw him. HKP. Horrible showing by the offense and a $51 million quarterback. What's new, Z? We've been saying this all year. Shout out to the no-holes defense, though, Z. I'll take the W. I'm confident in the D moving forward, but can they carry us to a Super Bowl? HKP? I see in it like you, brother. Not a great performance from the offense. Jalen Hurts leaving a lot to be desired in the game. Man, I feel good about that defense. All right? I know everybody loves to talk about the lack of playmakers the Bills got. They were the 4th overall offense in football coming into that game. That defense made them look like a bunch of stiffs. Held them to 12 points. All right? Held them to 12 freaking points. So, but I agree. The offense is tough to watch. Offense, what's up, brother? We had the same team last year and never been this inconsistent with 0 incompletions in halves. The only thing that has changed is Petula. That's fair, but to you, is that it? Is that what it all comes down to? Here's Shady. I'm glad my lady ain't Erica Kirk and having me off. Shady. Tough comment there, but I'll say this. No comment, Shady. Now that is some sketchy shit. All right. I'm grieving and there's fucking fireworks. You're on a world tour. What? I don't know, bro. We are going to go off the rails after this comment, but that is a weird situation. All right. That thing smells. You know that saying where there's smoke, there's fire? When it smells like dog shit, there's probably dog shit somewhere. All right. When it smells like dog shit, there might just be dog shit. E-Train, what's up, man? Member for 4 months. Thank you, brother. That it's not the plays, the quarterback, or the offensive coordinator. It's the mentality of the team from the head coach. Risk averse. Polar opposite halves is a change in mindset. Yeah, but the risk averse approach has worked. John Snow. Z, Saban is legendary for detail in meetings, and it's so true. Detail in meetings and game plans. Are the Birds working at that level or just doing enough to get by? John, it'd be hard for me to say they're approaching it with the same detail. I mean, John, it's a pretty cool pull by you. I assume you're an Alabama fan or at least a college football fan to know that about Saban, but you're right. A lot of people look at Saban and look at the accolades and everything. Saban is notorious for grilling his coaches, his coordinators, his position coaches in prep. I mean, grilling them. So it's very interesting, very detailed in meetings and game plans, though. You know, I forget who tells a story. I don't know if it's Lane Kiffin or somebody else who tells a story about Saban, you know, in the meetings, talking about his attention to detail and how tiresome it can be. But that's true, man. Greatness is tough. Here's Ben. They should change the team name to John Holmes because they are all dated. That's funny. Eagle fan Clark, the tush push on the half-yard line was dumb AF. Yeah, it was. Corporate Pump, Jalen Hurts, your 25 MCP, most carried player. Tanner is significantly better than this arm punt. Scott Squad, no, I'm saying Smith drop a dot from Jalen. Oh, I thought he caught it. I like this comment. Ray says, I was telling my wife, if I die, I want her to have an Erica Kirk entrance to my funeral. I'm Reyes. I don't like to speak like that, man, because I just don't like to, I don't know. I don't like to talk about that shit. But Deshae, I agree. Alabama's going to beat Indiana. I agree completely. All right. I agree completely. Here's Killer. What's up, dude? Zander, no offense. No offense taken. I think the chat is filled with Cowboys fans acting like Eagles fans, just saying weird shit. Also mixed with some Sills supporters. It might be. Killer, it might be, brother. You know, I always get a kick out of people who try like Marsh. I love you. Thanks for the super chat. But Marsh sent me a message on Discord. He's like, "What did he say? You should be ashamed or something." I'm like, dude, if you think I feel shame because I have a wrong football take, we live in different worlds. All right, I don't feel shame about being right or wrong about a football take. Shame. Football opinions don't make the human, all right? Relax, folks. But, Killer, that's pretty funny. I got you. He's talking about that deep throw. I got you. Half the chat are Jalen fans. That is kind of proven to be true, but I digress. Remember, Trev, here's what I'll say about people who are Jalen fans and not Eagle fans. Whether you like Jalen Hurts or not, Trev, which I'm assuming you don't, some things can't be denied. Jalen Hurts has been the quarterback of the team through the most successful era that many fans have ever seen. We had a parade on Broad Street 10 months ago. 10 months ago. And Jalen Hurts was the starting quarterback of that football team. Now, I'm not telling you this to tell you that Jalen Hurts is perfect every week and he can't be criticized and he's above all That's not what I'm telling you. But I'm telling you there's a fan base who feels a sense of loyalty to him because of what he's accomplished and what he's given and provided to the city. Now, you might see it differently, and you might see it as he's not the main reason for that, whatever. I'm just telling you why people are loyal to him. And in some areas, I agree with them. In some areas, I agree with them. Okay? It is what it is. You know, it's funny. Jalen lovers, Jalenites, I guess we'll call them, they attack me and say I'm too mean to Jalen. Jalen haters, or people who don't like Jalen, say I'm a glazed donut wearing eagle color glasses. I think I'm in a good spot. I think Jalen does a lot of things well. I don't think he's perfect. All right. Certain moments, he does more than other moments. Some moments, he elevates and is a total gamer. Some moments, he doesn't look too good. I can acknowledge the success that the team has had with Jalen Hurts as the quarterback. You know, it doesn't mean I'm going to I try not to turn a blind eye to the deficiencies, and I try not to act like Jalen hasn't accomplished shit and he's the worst quarterback in the world, because that's stupid to me too. You know, you don't win Super Bowls with trash cans. I mean, come on. I got you. Scott, I got you now. I got you. You're missing a big part of it. They will not call a spade a spade. Well, I call a spade a spade. At least I try to. And Trey, I don't say that like I'm always right. I'm not always right. I never will tell you I'm always right. In fact, I'm probably wrong a lot more than I'm right. I don't profess to be an expert. I don't profess to know more football than you or anybody else. I talk about the team for a living. I got a channel. I talk to Sills, who knows a lot more about football than I ever will, played football at a high level. And I talk to John McMullen, who's got a lot more knowledge of the game than I do. I have my own opinions. Doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean they're wrong. Sometimes I'll be right. Sometimes I'll be wrong. It is what it is. I'm okay with that. I don't need to be right all the time. I really don't. I don't care. All right. Good take, Zay. I agree with everything you just said. Besides your hate on Nick talking his shit. I don't know, dude. Preston, don't you think he could like tone it back a little bit? Like sometimes I get it. It's part of what makes him him, but sometimes he just presents himself as an idiot. Like, dude, you're the head coach of a $10 billion football team. Don't you feel like I don't know, like as a man, don't you have a responsibility to be a mature human being, to think logically and rationally? I don't know. I get it. Some people like the way Nick is. Sometimes I like it too, B. Preston. Sometimes I hate it. I don't know. If you like it, that's all right. Joe says, late hit on Jalen or not? That was Mahomes. Oh, that was such a late hit. Are you kidding me? That's not even up for discussion. That's not even up for discussion. Jalen was like clearly stopped, clearly out of bounds, and then the guy came in and clearly decked him. Now, I think Jalen did do a little bit of a sell job on that. Like I never see Jalen get hit big because he's a strong fucking dude. He doesn't get hit like that. And he kind of like flailed. And I've never seen that from Hurts. So I thought he tried to sell it, but that was a late hit, no doubt. No doubt. Jalen missed I'm not glazing Jalen. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm explaining why people are loyal to Jalen. Notorious. Okay, Mr. Mr. Massive Brain, Mr. Big Brain over here. Okay. Are you think you're so smart because you think Jalen? Okay, you're not talking to me, but I'm going to answer anyway. People think they're so smart because they're like, Jalen Hurts isn't good, and another quarterback would be better, and they would win if they had this quarterback, whatever. You should be smart enough as well to understand why people like Jalen Hurts. Does everybody have that understanding? Even if you think Jalen, Theo, I know you're not a Jalen guy. Notorious, I know you're not a Jalen guy. Underdog, if you're in here, I know you're not a Jalen guy. Pumper, I know you're not a Jalen guy. All of you should be smart. Trev, all of you should be smart enough to know why people like Jalen Hurts, why they're loyal to Jalen Hurts, why they defend Jalen Hurts. If you want to talk about explicitly football, yeah, I mean, Jalen has problems. Every quarterback does. If we're calling a spade a spade. Jalen's got a lot. I agree. I don't think he's perfect. But I certainly understand Philly fans. I know Philly people. I talk to them all day. I know why they're loyal to him. I don't think they're blind loyal. Some of them are. But without Howie, Nick wins 4 games per season. Maybe, bro. Maybe. No, Underdog. I don't agree, Underdog. They're not very bright. I mean, maybe they're not very bright. They're certainly. Hey, look, read the statistics on intelligence in the city of brotherly love. Not too great for our city, but I don't think it's that, Underdog. I think a lot of these fans have been watching this team for a long fucking time, and you have Jalen Hurts show up. They go to 5 straight playoffs. They win the NFC twice. They become a Super Bowl champion. They parade down Broad Street saying, we're the best in the world for the first time, since 2017 and only the second time in franchise history. I mean, I think that creates a sense of allegiance to somebody. Is that unfair? They don't know an engine from a caboose. Well, that could be true. But it is what it is, man. He's the quarterback through this era. All right, post-game show. I don't got too much time. All right, let's keep this thing quick. By the way, I want to apologize for my rustiness on the pregame show. Maybe a little bit on the postgame show as well. But, well, I tell you what, I'm not used to taking days off. I had my feet kicked up, man, on Christmas. I relaxed on Christmas, okay? I love Christmas. I love my family. I love everybody getting together. I relaxed on Christmas. Boy, I started the show in the pregame. I'm like, shit, man, I got to shake off the rust. So I apologize for that, all right? Thanks, everybody, for the super chats today. Let's go. Link is coming. I'm only sending the link once, so smooth brains, look at it. All right? Couple minutes each here. I'm holding out for another Hall of Fame moment from Steven. Steven is a legend. I fucking love Steven. Steven, if you're listening, I love my boy Steven. Steven D'Angelo. I hope Steven joins tonight. I got Devin in the chat. Devin, I'm coming to you first, bro. You were at the game. I know you said you don't have a voice. I'll come to you, though, in a second here. All right, we got a couple people in here in the post-game show. Appreciate all you guys. Let's go to Devin Shanahan. A JAKIB legend joins me right now. He was at the game tonight in Buffalo.
What's up, Big G? Going outside so I don't wake the fam up.
Oh, yeah, you're good, man. Get outside.
What a freaking game, man. I'm out of voice, as you could tell. Holy shit. I was running out the stadium screaming, hey, G! These motherfuckers were throwing freaking beer cans at me. I didn't give a damn. It was a blast. Me and my cousin
How was the atmosphere? That seems like such a cool stadium.
Loud. I mean, and they know football, so it's not like loud during offense with Allen out there. It's loud when Hurts is out there, so I'm sure Hurts was hearing it. It was loud. Rain was coming down. It almost seemed like, especially in the first half, the rain was only coming when Philly had the ball. Buffalo was like, oh, yeah, clear as freaking mud out there. But, yeah, the atmosphere was great. Lots of rain. Lots and lots of rain. That rain was heavy, too. It turned into slush real quick.
You could see it on the TV cameras how heavy it was.
It wasn't just rain. It was like slush. Like, you could hear it coming down. It wasn't just rain. So for Hurts to go out there and do what he did was awesome. But holy fuck, we got even guys clearing out the storm drains. There's so much rain.
Wow. What did you make of the actual game? Like the offense obviously fell.
The offense stalled out a lot. I mean, special teams. I mean, I think I sent a super about the punt. Every punt out of Braden Mann just were money. I mean, there was wind and rain coming down. He was punting that thing like no other. The defense stepped up big time. Allen definitely missed some throws, but I don't know. This offense just isn't getting it done. I mean, the first half we get the lucky fumble thing. I don't know if that was even a fumble. I'd have to rewatch the game.
I think it was, but it was close.
A lot of the guys in the stadium thought it was a throw, especially because they're Bills fans, but it was definitely close. There was a lot of good things to take away defensively. I thought the defensive line really got home, especially the D tackles. Carter got home, twice? I don't actually know.
No, he had one sack. Ajomo had a sack.
Ajomo had one.
Carter's sack was crazy, dude. He exploded into the backfield.
Exploded at him. Threw him freaking a few yards back. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, so it was a great game. I won't hold you too long. I know you got to get to the next guy. But
all good, brother. Yeah, you think this team can go the distance or what?
I want to hope. I mean, I'm not going to say no. They better go the freaking distance.
There you go. I like that mentality. That's kind of where I'm at. Devin,
They
appreciate you,
better.
brother.
I ain't gonna accept anything less.
Yo, I know you're working on that new Buffalo Stadium. Good job at work, brother. Well done by you. Appreciate you joining
Yes,
today.
sir. I
man.
haven't seen Birds 360. 360. Oh shoot! Someone just ended up in the ditch.
Uh-oh.
I better go help.
All right, brother. Later, man.
Yeah, later. One.
All right.
Jesus, Murphy.
There's Devin helping the people out. Devin, good job, Devin. Way to go. Help your fellow Samaritans. Okay, good stuff there. Let's go to O-line Guru coming in next. Here he is. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good win today out in Buffalo. Ugly, but they get the job done, my friend.
1-3 in a row. You remember when I told you when we won the first one? I said all we need is a little bit of confidence.
I know. Do you think they got it from today?
Yeah, as a team, yeah. Now the offense still got to be better, man. But once the playoffs, man, it ain't just about one player on one side of the ball, man. It's special team. The special teams look really good. Jake Elliott was making his field goals today, man. Now offense got to come together a little bit, and you know I'm pretty fair, man. So I always give credit. I've been giving credit to KP. I've been giving credit. You know that.
I know you
Today, I don't like his play calling in the second half. I think we only gave Hurts sometimes only one opportunity to get a first down. I'm cool with running on first down sometimes, but we got to throw it more on second downs if the run ain't working. I felt like we kept trying to bang our head on a wall that's not working. I get that we want to ice the game away, but I do think on second downs a lot we was running the ball too much. And then we got in third and longs a good bit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that about it. I think that affected it a good bit. We still got to play cleaner. We got to do better. Although Jalen Hurts, I don't think obviously didn't play phenomenal the second half. I think little things, man, like no turnovers. You know, I'll say that no turnovers, taking care of the football, even in the end zone, they're not taking the sack, just sliding, getting down, having a good punt, putting it back to the defense.
Yeah, especially when you have a punter who's kicking at 65.
Oh yeah, no, that helps. Yeah, that helps for sure, absolutely. And hopefully, and I'm sure he knows that, so he probably is a lot more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's why he doesn't feel like he has to always play hero ball. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Allen taking that sack hurt. I've been listening around. A lot of people haven't been saying that sack that took them out of field goal range. They would have won that game had they had. Now we don't know if they would have made the field goal, but that hurt bad. I mean, you even seen the OC on camera losing his mind. Like that really did hurt. And plays like that helps when Hurts avoid it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. And I do think that's a big asset for him that puts him over a lot of people. With that being said, man, I think we'll be all right, bro. We're all right. Now, I don't like the Rams first round either, man. I think we can beat them. Man. If we beat them first round, we're going to the Super Bowl.
I just don't like the draw. I just don't like the draw. It's not that I don't think we can beat them.
I think we will. First game?
Yeah.
I must.
John might be right, dude. If you win that game.
Oh, you're going to the Super Bowl. You're going to the Super Bowl, Xander. Xander, we beat them first game. We're going to the Super Bowl. It's the NFC Championship in the first game almost, man. I don't want to make it sound like that, but you know how I feel about Sam Darnold. I said the same thing about Jared Goff last year and Sam Darnold last year. I feel the same way. I think the Panthers are dangerous, man. I think the 49ers are kind of dangerous.
Panthers got beat today.
Yeah. And the 49ers, they're going blow to blow with the Bears, man. And I kind of like the Bears, bro. The Bears growing on me. With that O-line and that run game, Xander, that's playoff football, bro.
And they're kind of like the 24 Eagles in a way. Not with the defense. Their defense isn't as good, but
their O-line
run the ball really well, and then Caleb looks for shot plays downfield.
Yeah, and he hits them. He has a great arm. He hits them.
Great arm.
He hits them. So our defense is why I'm picking us, though, man. Our defense is phenomenal, and our quarterback knows how to manage football games, man. I even critical Lamar for this. I think Jalen Hurts is one of the best managers. We just got to get out these slumps in the second half. You know what I'm saying?
Sileo, actually, for all his criticisms of Hurts, he used to say the same thing. He's smart at seeing his way around a game.
Xander, and in the playoffs, that's the difference. Once again, I'm not trying to – obviously, Josh Allen was balling in the second half. But plays like that sack will lose you the game. Straight up. That fumble will lose you the game. Yeah. Straight up. In a playoff atmosphere, when points are at a premium and in bad weather, I don't care if you throw the ball behind your back. Plays like that are going to lose you the game. And guess what? We lost the Super Bowl because Jalen Hurts fumbled that ball in the first half. Turnovers matter. Stuff like that matters. I'm consistent with it. As long as he don't turn the ball over, we got to get a little bit more motion in the second half, though. Can we at least play 3 quarters? I want 3 quarters of football. You know, even if 2, you know, like we're doing 2 quarters right now. I'll take 3. But We'll be fine, brother. I think we're going, Xander. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say it now. I think we're going. I
I
think
think
we're
we
going, Xander.
could, that's for sure. I think we could.
I think we're going
feel
now.
like I said earlier, dude. I feel like we could go. I feel like we could get bounced. Neither one would surprise me. I got to be honest. Neither one would surprise me.
I can see us going into a game and it gets close and we having to do more. But once again, like I said, man, we got a gamer. I'm not going to say we won't have a chance when it's called. Now, I can see us losing because, the track record of the season, so I got to be fair there. But we got a gamer, man. I'm just glad we do got a gamer, so at least give us a chance. We got a great defense and a gamer, so we got a chance. So we'll see how the cookie crumble, man.
All right, brother. I
And guess what?
appreciate you, man. Thanks
Tanner
for joining.
McKee, guys, I have a lot for you next week because he might have a lot of film. Next week, he might get a lot of film. I think he might play. I want to play Tanner, but I think he should play.
Yeah,
But-
depends tonight. If the Bears lose, then they might play him or play Jalen, but we'll see. All right, brother. Appreciate you for joining today, man. I'll talk to you next week.
Go Birds, man. We looking good, fellas. It's a team game, man. We looking good on We're looking good on defense and special teams, man. We keep that up. Offense come along, guys. We got another shot. We might go back to back, baby. Go Birds.
Man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Later, dude. There's my boy O-line guru. Appreciate him. Josh Herman coming to you next, brother. You ready? Let's do it. Let's go to Josh Herman joining me right now.
What's
Josh,
up, Xander?
what's up, my boy? How you doing, man?
Just surviving like everybody else. Seems like every time we get on this thing, we see the same story on repeat. Defense shows up, offense looks like hell. It's been the same story for the whole year. I'm with the first guy who came out and said, I hope we go. I really hope we go. But I think to your point, like I'm looking at this NFC playoff picture. Other than maybe the Panthers or the Seahawks, I'm not too comfortable with us playing San Fran. I'm not too comfortable with us playing LA or Chicago right now. You watching the game just as much as I am. These two teams look hungry and they look like, complete football teams as opposed to us who, we just watched the game. Dude didn't throw a completed pass in the second half, And I don't want to turn this into a Hurts bitch fest, but this is the second time we've seen this year. I'm not comfortable with him. I think everyone who has seen my post knows that. And I'm not going to give him grace. I'll give Kevin Patullo a little bit of grace. He's a first-year play caller. He may not be the best. I don't think he's a Ben Johnson type dude who's going to go out and blow everything away. But I'm not giving the 6-year vet, $50 million quarterback any grace, bro. You're a professional NFL quarterback. Complete a pass in the second half, okay? And in all actuality, we survived this game because the blocked field goal helped us. If they don't block that field goal, literally they just kick the extra point, we lose, and Josh Allen misses a throw at the end of the game. Again, I'm not real comfortable. Again, maybe they get something going on, but this is the same story we've seen all year. Like I don't see anything different about this team that I haven't watched all year. I mean, do you see anything different?
No, I mean I think the offense struggles, but the one thing I think that you're missing is that you watch a game like the Bears and the Niners, and I see it too. They got there's 50 points on the board in the first half right now. It's like 28-1. But our defense is going to neutralize a lot of those teams, and that's why games have personalities. And I feel like the Eagles can win any game because of what their defense can provide. That's not to say you're wrong about them teams being more complete or showing more on offense. But I think the Eagles can hang with anybody, man. I do because of the defense.
I got you, but I mean, like I said, I think momentum's a real thing. San Fran right now, they've got it. The Rams, they're looking for payback because I think they believe they got bullshitted earlier this year. I'm not a Sam Darnold guy. I think to quote you, I think the clock strikes midnight, he turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
But again, you have to have some semblance of an offense and play 4 quarters of football to win the playoffs. I mean, I don't see that right now. And to everyone who was out there complaining, saying Josh Allen sucks because he missed a bad pass, let me remind you fools that Jalen Hurts had 5 turnovers 2 weeks ago against the Chargers. Okay, so if Josh Allen sucks because he missed a bad pass, your boy is garbage. Okay, let's live in reality. Let's live in reality here.
It's very bad logic to say Josh Allen's not good because he missed that throw.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, I want to see more on offense. Same story, different week. But I mean, I know you got to go.
Get some more confidence because of that defense, Josh.
I'm loving the defense.
They just took the number 4 offense in pro football. They held them to their least amount of points all year. Josh
and
Allen
they
had
almost
no fucking idea what to do.
And they almost lost the game because the offense didn't carry the water. So, I mean, I get it. I'm ecstatic about the defense too, bro. But there's 3 phases of football, and we suck at arguably one of the top 2. offense.
It's definitely the top
so
two.
I mean, hey,
You can make an argument in the modern game. It's the most important component.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what happens. I remember watching those pitiful Giants. They came in wild card and defied the odds. So maybe we'll pull that off. But like I said, I'm not real confident right now. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, and you can be like, "Ha ha, you're a moron." So
yeah, we'll see.
And I'll be like, "Okay, we're Super Bowl champions. Great."
Yeah, right. All right, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Yo, thanks for your big super chat earlier, man. I appreciate your support of the channel. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks, dude. There's my boy Josh. Josh Herman joining in here. All right, we got HKP. Then we got Joe Witt. Then we got Chris 3K. HKP, you out there? Let me go to Joe Witt first. HKP's camera's not on yet. Let's go to Joe Witt. Joe, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I can't hear you at all, Zander.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'll have to X out.
What about now?
I don't hear you. I didn't hear you the last time either.
Huh.
So I don't know what's going on. I'll just give you my 2 cents.
Okay.
All right. So the defense is, I think, better than last year's defense. They get better every week. And I watched the press conference with Nick Sirianni, and he came as close to throwing Patullo under the bus as he's ever come. So they asked him, what happened in the second half, and he said there was a lot of things going on. He says, I could have gotten more involved with the play calling. Basically what he said. He said, we had some stuff in the game plan, and I should have gotten more involved. I was too busy with the rest of the game, and he didn't have time to go over and tell Patullo, look, you got to do this, you got to do that, you go to the other thing. So I gave a little bit of a glimpse that Patullo's a significant part of the problem. And I think I'll have to look at the film again, but I could be wrong, but I think they called 4 plays the whole second half. They ran 4 different plays the second. It was the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I think part of it, I think most of it's the play calling. That's how I look at it. The Super Bowl is wide open. There aren't any great teams. And if they get their offense together, they'll be back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree.
With the defense, But I don't know. They got to fix that. They have to fix the offense. It's you can't have 16 yards and a half and win a Super Bowl. That's not happening.
No, it's
so
ridiculous.
All right. Well, I can't hear you, but as long as you can hear me, that's good enough. All right. Take it easy.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
On to next week.
All right. There's my boy Joe Webb. I don't know why he can't hear me. Can all of you hear me? All of you can hear me, right? Chris 3K. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, he can hear me. All right. I got to make sure everybody else can hear me. Joe can't hear me. But good stuff from Joe. HKP, if you're out there, open up your camera. I'm going to go to Chris 3K first, then I'll come to HKP because the camera's not on there. Yo, Chris, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
What's good with this, Andy? You got me?
I got you, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing well, healthy. Made it past Christmas. Holidays all right, so got to start with the positive before I talk about the Eagle offense. I hope they can leave that offense. My bad. I hope they can leave that offense in 2025. That's the only hope I got.
Yeah, we're a couple days out from the new year.
Yeah, to get into it, man. Stop me if you've heard this somewhere before. The highs are too high and the lows are too low. Stop me if you've heard that somewhere before.
Bro,
I could have just.
Would you say that in week 1 or 2?
That was after week 2. Week 2 after the Ram game, and here we are, week 17 now, and we're saying the same thing. I'm at a point, bro. I don't have this. The way we play offense, I've been saying it. I don't have confidence against anybody in the playoffs. Not definitive confidence. I keep saying it. Today we got away with it, but you just keep living on the margins, bro. You're not gonna get everybody to miss that pass that Josh Allen missed, and he's great. I'm not even talking about he missed that throw. But I'm just saying you can't keep living like that. I don't know when that idea is going to register in some people's minds that this offense is inept. The defense is spectacular, bro. Vic is doing. I mean, hell, even Adoree Jackson is playing some good ball, man. And to me, what I fear is that could get wasted by this offense that just is. I'm out of words, bro. I'm out of words. I just. It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Well, where do you put most of it on for the offense? Excuse me.
The offense, I think, it's a mix of everybody. Here's my thing: quarterbacks got to wear responsibility because when they win, they get the credit.
Right. I agree with that for sure.
And so I'm not saying that it's Jalen because I love Jalen. I'm not one of these people that don't like him, but I'm saying like he gotta, from a responsibility aspect, he carries some blame. Sirianni carries blame. Ironically, I've been saying the same thing about Patula.
Oh damn, he was on fire. What the fuck happened to his camera? Damn, Chris was cooking. I love listening to. I love talking to Chris. Chris 3K, he's good, man. You know, man, some good takes. I don't know what happened to him. HKP, are you there? You're coming up next. If I get Chris back, I'm coming to you next. There you go. I got Chris back. There you go, bro. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was weird. I think I had got a phone call, whatever. But anyways, I was saying, my thing with Patullo, I've been saying it all year. You do not waste Super Bowl caliber championship teams in windows with guys who've never been there and done that before. That is malpractice. I don't care what you tell me. So when people tell me this guy isn't good at this, isn't good, yeah, you don't give a first-time license, a person with a license for the first time, you don't give him a Lamborghini to drive. It's not the time for that. Let him get a Nissan. Let him get a Honda. Let him learn how to drive and be competent enough to know that he's trustable, and then you give him the big-time job. So with Patullo, I'm like, I don't know what you expect. This is guys, you're asking him to carry or be the offensive coordinator for a team that just won the Super Bowl and has a plethora of offensive talent. So I'm like, quarterback got to wear it. Head coach got to wear it. And my concern at this point is like the offensive line isn't getting any better in terms of the run game. And so it is what it is, man. It is what it is. My biggest fear is that as good as we are, we know we didn't go undefeated this year. You know, we lost to Denver. We lost to Bo Nix. So anybody trying to tell you that Sam Darnold or these other quarterbacks, you don't have to be great to beat the Eagles. Because if your offense is that bad, all it takes is a fluky throw or a couple plays, and you go home in the playoffs. Like it's, I'm tired.
No, I agree with you, man. I think you're very pragmatic about it, very practical, on point about it. But we'll see what they do, man. I still feel some confidence too, like you. But it's tough to feel too great when the offense does what that does. That you know.
My thing is this, Andrew. Before I wrap up, I have confidence, but here's my honest opinion. I do have confidence, but I look at the process of how we play instead of the end result. And remember, we got to win 4 games to win the Super Bowl. We don't get the box. We're going to have to win 4 and potentially 2 or 3 maybe on the road. You are living on thin margins. You might be able to win, but you're living on thin margins like that. And all it takes is something fluky, like if Josh Allen doesn't miss that throw, we don't get a field goal block, we go home. This is not a playoff series. We're done. And nobody's going to be happy with that. So I'm just saying, be careful with this idea of just keep winning. All right, it's going to catch up to you one of these days. And we didn't have that in the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game, and that's why it was so fun to watch, because we blew them out the water. Like, can't keep living on the margins, bro. It's going to catch up to you at some point.
I know, that's true. I mean, the only pushback I'd have to that is most games that are played in the NFL are close, are on the margins. You know? True. You know,
but,
I mean,
but are they on the
last year was an anomaly, the NFC Championship game.
But let me ask you this: with a defense as good as we have and the offensive talent that we have and the way the defense is playing, should we be living on the margins?
Oh,
like
no.
Here's my point.
Yeah, that's a different comment.
Here's my thing, and I'll finish up with this. Today is a perfect example. When Josh Allen finds a way to win games and people give him credit, look at the weapons that he has. That's why he has to scrap and claw like that. Because he doesn't have an A.J. Brown or a DeVonta Smith or, Kincaid is good, but he doesn't have that. We do. So we should be able to create separation in these games because we have the weapons that everybody didn't have all pros left and right. That's what I'm getting at.
I think that's fair. I think it's a good way to look at it. All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. Let's see what happens next week to wrap up the regular season. Appreciate you doing it all year long, man. You've had some – if I go back and I pulled all the Chris 3K interviews – you've had some pretty good takes, man. You've been pretty spot on this team this year. So well done by you. Appreciate you for doing it, man.
Appreciate you. Go Birds.
Go Birds, man. Later, man. There's my boy Chris 3K. Let's go to my boy HKP to close us out. HKP joining me right now. HKP, what's up, brother?
Yo. What's up, Z? What's up?
How you doing, man? Birds win
Doing
13.
all right, man.
What do you think, man?
Nice game. Stressful game. Very stressful game as usual. Just I love Jalen Hunt, great player. Um, Jalen Carter being back, you seen the impact just immediately with the team. Just a lot of things you love to see defensively, but offensively it's just more of the same. A lot of inconsistency, and like I saw Jalen today checking into a lot of different things, and a lot of things wasn't working. You know what I mean? And luckily we was able to find a way to win. It was a playoff atmosphere, playoff game. Um, Josh Allen, man, just a hell of a player, man. Just really made it tough for us at the end for the defense. The defense held up for as long as they could, throughout the game. But just those last two drives, it was really tough for them because it was a lot of three and outs for us. It's hard for the defense, especially with the weather. People got to understand it's raining out there. It makes it even tougher on the players. So it was just a tough environment, but I'm glad the defense just was able to hold up because the offense, man, it was just ugly, man. I'm excited to see the film 22 because I just want to see, from that angle, how everything looked, how the field looked, was it any receivers open, just different things like that, because just from the outlook of the game offensively, man, second half, they look like a completely different team. They look horrible, just horrible, man. Like,
What I don't care about this team is how they can have halves that are so starkly different. It's one thing if you don't play as good. All right, that's fine.
yeah.
So it's polar opposite. I don't get it, man. I've never seen anything like it.
And see, the crazy part about it is I thought about it as I was watching the game today. I said, why am I surprised the second half is going like this? Like, this is who the team has been all year. We don't dominate the game. We don't like if you looked at the first half of that game coming out, you thought the Eagles were just gonna dominate. Especially after that first three and out that the Bills had, you were like, man, is this the time where we really show like we're ready? Like it was just a tough thing to see, Z. But all in all, we was able to get the job done. But moving forward, man, because I don't want to keep you on too long, man. Moving forward, you know, what can we really expect? I'm expecting more of the same. I'm just hoping the defense can hold up against these tougher opponents. We seem to make every opponent play that ugly game that we want them to play. You know what I mean? Even against the best offenses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I'm excited to see, moving forward with the team. Like we're in the playoffs now, guys. We're in the dance. So at the end of the day, now it's more about just winning that game. It's not about if Jalen Hurts really throws for as bad as I want him to. I want him to throw for 225 a game and go 25 and 28 and what I'm saying, make those easy throws that he needs to make. And because he had that one, I think you mentioned it in the halftime show. He had that one great throw where he fit that ball into Smitty, and it was just
Yeah, that was a
it
great
was just
throw.
a great throw. You know what I mean? And I want to see more of that. But if that's not what he's confident doing moving forward, and we're able to win games, as an Eagles fan, we gotta accept that, guys. You know what I mean? We gotta accept that. I hear Tanner McKee and all that, guys. We're in the playoffs now, man. This is our team. This is who we are moving forward, man. And I'm gonna just root for the best of them. But as far as the offense, man, I'm not expecting anything new moving forward. Z. This is who we are, man. I'm not gonna sit here and stress. Earlier, I was coming on here stressing all these different. I'm done stressing over this offense. I
Yeah.
feel sorry for AJ and Smith
You
and them.
preach peace.
You know,
You're acceptance. Like
yeah, it's just hopefully, man, we just able to get another ring through it all, just to ease the pain away. Not a first round exit. A first round exit is going to send a lot of us fans over the edge, man. It really will because it's what we're expecting to happen, but we're holding on to that hope, just that thin bit of hope that maybe this team is going to go to that bowl. But
I
you
feel like
know,
they're good, man, with
we'll
this
see.
team. The thing I like the most about the team is that they dictate the personalities of games. Like you just said,
Definitely.
they'll take a Bills team, which is used to playing high flying, high powered offense, and they'll make them play this ugly brand of football because
Yep.
our defense is that good. So if they can do that, I think they can win any game. But you're right. The
Yep.
offense leaves a lot to be desired, to say the least.
A lot. A lot. Though. Hey,
A
if
lot.
they're going to beat the Rams 17-10,
I know.
game winning Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua that couldn't connect. I'll take it. You
Yo,
know,
what do you think, real quick? New Year's Day, Bama, Indiana. What do you got?
we're winning that game by I think at least 10 plus, man. I love our chances against
I
that
don't
team.
know.
I don't think I don't think I don't
Speaking of
think they're
ball, leave a
I don't
lot to
think
be
they're ready for this.
I don't know.
I don't think they're ready for this, dude.
I think
I'm
that
being
coach
honest
is
with you.
doing himself a little too much now too.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for this. Roll Tide, baby.
He's Nick Saban. Yeah, hey, relax, guy. All right, you won 12 games one season.
Yeah, calm down, buddy. Relax.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, HKP. Love you, man.
Oh yeah, brother. Love you too, bro. Take care of yourself, man.
Later, bro. You too. There's my boy HKP, man. Love HKP. Great stuff. Good post game show tonight. Thought we had some good takes, some good amount of people. Birds win. You know, I think that's what I keep going back on. I get it. You know, when all you in the chat say the problems, I see the problems. And when all of you in the chat say, Zander, you're delusional, look over here, look up, passing stat, I see that too. All right. I see that too. But we'll see. All right, I want to show you. Let me show you this new JAKIB lid I got. Yo, check out this new JAKIB lid I got made for me. So it's all black logo with the JS on the side. It's a snapback. It's got the rope cap on it. Pretty neat, right? It's one of my new ones I just got made. I'm going to add them to the website. Pretty sharp hat, though. Pretty sharp hat, right? I wanted to show that off. Love the new JAKIB lid. I went white because I got all black JAKIB hats, basically. So this one's pretty fire. Oh, and the other thing is, I hope everybody, by the way, had a great Christmas. All right, great Christmas. Or whatever, holiday, whatever you celebrate, whatever it is. Hope you had some good time, either alone or with your family or whatever you like to do. Check this out. So who knows what the new Meta glasses are? The Meta glasses are. Does anybody know what they are? I'm sure you see ads for them if you watch content. I see them everywhere. So my beautiful fiance got me a pair of the Oakley Metas. All right. I put the transition lenses in. They came with sunglasses. But you don't like the rope? All right, Twiz, I'll make one no rope. But I got the brown Oakley ones. They look goofy as shit on me, don't they? They do. But they take a picture. Let me take the picture. I just took a picture. So we'll remember this moment in time. All right, I can even do a video. I can get some POV content. So if they win and they go to the parade, all right, I'll be recording at the parade. So these are pretty dope. They're pretty cool. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it. All right. Birds get the win, though, guys. All right. They make me look like an accountant. It is what it is, brother. They look much better with the see, they got these. I got another set of lenses for them. They got another set of lenses. So this lens is much nicer. Much cleaner. See that? Yeah, much better lens. But yeah, they're cool. All right, man. Love all you guys. Appreciate all you guys. Hit the like button. Look, might have been ugly, but the Birds get the win today. Damn, I like this JAKIB lid. I know Twiz. I like the rope. I like the rope. Shut up, Twiz. Shut up, Twiz. I don't like the rope. What are you going boating? Yeah, Twiz, maybe I am. Or maybe I'm just dominating life in a JAKIB lid that's got a rope on it. Fucking Twiz. This dude Twiz, the guy's always got some shit to say. I mean, the guy's been talking shit in the chat for 5 years. It's unbelievable. Gotta love him, though. Gotta love him. All right, man. Love all you guys. Appreciate all you guys. Where's my boy Akbar? They could do better with the glass. I wanted to, Akbar, I'm not going to lie to you. I just had a little bit of shock myself because I was wearing these things and all my family's like, oh, they look good. I went in the mirror. I'm like, oh, they don't look bad at all. I come on the show. I put them on. I'm like, whoa, they look goofy as hell. So I kind of surprised myself right there, Akbar. I thought they were going to look a little better. All right. So I don't know, bro. They have the sporty pair too. I got the sporty pair first, but I had to return them because you can only keep them as sunglasses. And I don't wear sunglasses like that. I got those. Twiz. I got the ones that are the goofy Oakleys, like the Pat Mahomes looking ones. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's try them on one more time. Ready? Hey, Meta. What am I looking at right now? Wow, it said I'm looking at a video computer with multiple tabs open, including a video stream with live chat going. That's what it told me. Hey, Meta, who won the Eagles game today? Hey, Meta, is Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback? Woo! Jalen Hurts is considered an elite quarterback, Meta says. Oh, my. We might just have to start asking Meta AI if what the truth of the questions are. All right? Meta calls Jalen Hurts elite. I wish you guys could hear it. I could turn it up, but you probably still wouldn't be able to hear it. It's cool. It plays like right in my ear. So, all right. Love all you guys. Hit the like button. See you next time, everybody.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica, who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Shot Takers and the Tastemakers. Welcome to the Viewfinders, the Thrill Seekers, and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We go the extra mile to lend a helping hand.
Thank you.
We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on Sports Grid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on Sports Grid.
EAGLES. Eagles.